X in my name is not just a symbol or a target sign. A spell that attracts all who spit facts online all the time. Can you see it? All the ones who drag my name every single day. Can you see it? Can you see it? Can you see it? They keep saying you don't have what it takes to carve out your own name underneath the shadows of gods. And I keep waiting for the day disbelievers say I flew way too close to the sun. I wait, but it never really comes. The answer to my name is not just a symbol or a target sign. A spell that attracts all who speak facts online all the time. The answer to my name is not just a symbol or a target sign. A voice that compels all to rebel from all that shackled mind. Why do they just stand there against when they fall from the battles I have overcome? You feel it, feel the cope and the seething tone that they make while I stand up, man among gods. And I keep thinking with my mill, shooting ropes in my cold that faces towards the sun. They hate, but I'm sitting comfy with their mom. The answer to my name is not just a symbol or a target sign. A spell that attracts all who speak facts online all the time. The answer to my name is not just a symbol or a target sign. A voice that compels all to rebel from all that shackled mind. The answer to my name is not just a symbol or a target sign. A spell that attracts all who speak facts online all the time. The answer to my name is not just a symbol or a target sign. A voice that compels all to rebel from all that shackled minds. It's you and me, your mom, it's through. They'll take another hit from my name. You'll see now, watch me right now, punch your face now. Show you how.
Good evening, guys, gals, and end pals. How are you all doing tonight? It is lovely to be here. It's 8 p.m. for me. I'm having a nice, lovely late night stream. I do like streaming a little later sometimes, you know. It's a nice, interesting, to mix it up a little bit, make it a little interesting. Go live at 8 p.m. We'll probably end stream at around, I don't know, probably midnight, 10, somewhere around there. 10 to midnight. It's probably where we'll wrap up. Don't want to go too long tonight because I do, of course, want to preserve my sleep schedule. Xanderhal have to work all week, but good. Well, I'm glad you're doing all right. And you know what? Working all week does mean you get to make more money, at least. Xanderhal is one of the segments regarding the Actman Quantum TV drama. Oh, you better believe it is, Geeky Lesbian. It definitely is. We're talking about that today. And I definitely think YouTube has overstepped the line. Overstepped the fucking line. Xan at night? True. Guys, gals, and end pals, I apologize my hair's such a fucking mess. I'm going to see if I can get Lonnie to give me a haircut and bleach it and tone it maybe even tonight as well. But you guys might have noticed that your boy Xan hasn't really been streaming or uploading as much as I had been, the last couple months, for the last week, right? The reason for that is I've had some private real life stuff that's kept me busy, but another big part of that is that I have been basically stocking up Cherry on a backlog of video segments that can go up on YouTube. And the reason we've done this is because our goal is to, going forward, upload twice a day, every day, not including streams. So 2 uploads of like video segments per day, and some days obviously there would be streams. And that's the schedule that we're going to be going for starting tomorrow. So yeah, we've built up a lot of videos in the backlog by not uploading for a few days. So now double uploads for the next few days are covered. The next like 4 or 5 days I think we've got covered for double uploads. And from there, the streams that I do in the meantime can help either build the backlog, or if I cover something that needs to be put out immediately, then I can, just expedite the production of that video. But yeah, me and Cherry have been strategizing on the best way to move the channel forward, and we're really excited about the changes we're going to be making. So more uploads, more streams, just overall going to be better time. Yeah. How are y'all doing today? Guanir, how you doing? Luke Took, what's up? Geeky Lesbian, howdy. Wingo, good to see you. Miss Nibiru, how are you? Z the Freeman, what's up? One Piece 34, good to see you in chat. Dank Cat Lord, hello there. Insert Creative User, love to see you. Hello there. Coolio, good to see you again. How are you? Silly Stephanie, how are you? Razatriton, good to see you again. Jamie Okami, how are you? Hello, Xerox, good to see you again. Slurm Soda, love having you in chat. Turbo, what's up? Haley Cash, hey there. Guanir, what's up? I think I already said hi to you. Don't trick me. You can't trick me. No double greetings for you. Greedy boys in my chat. Greedy little boys in my chat. All right, guys, I have to tell you guys about a movie that I watched last night with Lonnie. So, actually, we have to go back a little bit further. So, a couple nights ago, I'm playing Eco. Very good game. Join me on Eco, by the way. It's very fun. We're playing on a server called Hash Hosting. Haven't played in a couple days because I've been busy, but I'm going to get on tonight. Maybe we'll play Eco. And so we'll do a poll in the chat on whether or not you guys want to see more Eco or Terraria. I'll let you guys decide. We can't do a live coverage of the Matt Walsh documentary because it's copyrighted. We get striked. Anyway, what was I going to say? Yeah, we'll do a poll of what game you guys want to see today, but that'll be up to you guys. Anyway, I watched this really fucked up movie. And the story starts when I was playing some Eco, and I was listening to the PKA podcast, and one of the hosts tells the story about this really fucked up movie they watched on Netflix. And they went into some vague detail about how fucked up the movie is. And I decided that it would be really funny to make Lonnie watch this movie and just see her reaction, because sometimes like Lonnie will have very funny reactions to movies, especially if there's gore or horror or anything sad. It's very funny because as a strong, big, muscular, testosterone-fueled man, I don't feel any of those strong emotions that those feeble femoids do. So when I do see one crying or getting very upset about something happening in a movie, it's always quite funny to me to look down on the inferior femoid. No, but in all seriousness, we're watching the movie together. There's a fly on my fucking keyboard. Did I get it? Nope. Oh no, I didn't end stream, did I? Oh good, I didn't end stream. That's good. That would have been bad if I ended stream. That would have been very cringe if I did. Anyway, so we're watching the movie, and let me tell you what this movie is called. The name of this movie will... I just explained this movie to Cherry in a Discord call right before stream, so Cherry already knows what's coming, and Cherry was traumatized by my retelling of it. But The movie is called The Girl Next Door. It's on Netflix. It came out in 2007. And it's based on a true story. And it is a fucked up movie. That's all I'll say. I don't know if I'm even allowed to go into detail about what happens in that movie on Twitch. Jerry, I don't know if I can even tell the story. There's this movie similar to Cannibal Holocaust that's a bit on the same level, if not a little worse, on Tubi. It's called Eaten Alive. Yeah, I feel like the thing that movie, The Girl Next Door, had going for it most is the fact that, like, through that whole horrifying movie, you're just being reminded, this all actually happened. This is a true story. This happened. It's fucked. Yeah, it's on wasn't Elliot Page in it? I don't know. No, I do not remember Elliot Page being in it. No, it came out in 2007, and don't watch it if you're looking to have like a fun time or a good time watching a movie. It's not a fun movie. It's a good. I'd qualify it as a good movie, but holy fuck, is it a fucked up movie? A 16-year-old boy tried to kill himself after Greg Abbott ordered child abuse investigations of all parents of trans youth in Texas. He was admitted to a psychiatric facility. The staff then turned his parents in for child abuse for him being trans, per Texas Tribune. Chat, listen. Right now, the right is trying harder than ever to secure a genocide against We're just gonna... You know what? Listen, I tried to say LGBT people just because, you know, some people don't like it when cishets say queer for, like, the umbrella of LGBT people, or, like, gender nonconforming people, or people with standard sexual, sexualities. But fuck it, okay? I'm sorry. Queer is such a convenient word to have as an umbrella term. It's so convenient. Thank God thank God the queer community reclaimed it, because I can't keep doing the acronym every single time, okay? We needed a one syllable thing for it, okay? I could just say gay, but we're you know what? You have the queer card, Zant. Thank you. You know what? I feel like I've won enough debates against transphobes, homophobes, and what have you to get that card, okay? I feel like I can say it in that context. And if anybody has a problem with it, then you'll just have to take it up with my fat cock. I'm sorry, I don't know where that came from. Anyway, Cass... I don't know how to pronounce your name, but it's very interesting. Cassuture, thank you for the tier 3 sub, says, Sup, Zan. Sup! I'm going to go ahead and check really fast how many monthers that was, because... for some reason, I feel like it could be more than, That is a 1-monther. All right. Every time you got to check, though. You got to check. It's $20. Thank you. I really appreciate that. By the way, guys, unfortunately, as you guys can probably hear, my microphone is kind of, as they say, fucking scuffed. It's kind of fucking scuffed. So if you would like to contribute to the new microphone fund, please consider donating either on my website, xanderhal.com/live, or supporting me through Streamlabs or StreamElements. Yeah, really appreciate it. Thank you, guys. And of course, as usual, if we hit $300 on the dono goal today, then I put on the Shadow onesie. And as promised yesterday, if we hit $300 and I put on the Shadow onesie, we will watch the new trailer for Sonic Frontiers. One Piece 34, thank you for the $5. I really appreciate that. Very kind of you, my friend. Sent a YouTube link. I'll have to check that out in just 1 second. Thank you for the $5. Let's see what this is. All right, as I said, we will check out that gameplay if we hit the dono goal. I'll watch the gameplay if I'm wearing the Shadow onesie. That's the deal, okay? I made that deal yesterday, in yesterday's stream, and I intend to hold up that deal today, okay? I've not forgotten about the Sonic Frontiers gameplay trailer. I will watch it on stream, okay? Hey Morb, did you morb about Act Morb getting morbed off of You Morb by Morbius TV? I fucking hate you, Chris Stewart. I fucking hate you. I actually fucking hate you for that. Shu actually apologized? Yeah, no, that was actually really based. I might, here, let's, we're gonna actually record a quick mini segment, I guess you could call it. Like, I don't even know what you would call this, but like, the next day addendum to the segment, because we haven't edited and uploaded the Shoe on Head Pride Kink Discourse video yet. So now we can do our reaction the next day after she's uploaded her statement about the... You'll figure it out when I do the summary, and I'll have Cherry edit that part onto the end. Or we could split it up into 2 videos. Cherry, what do you think? 2 separate videos or all one video? Because here's the thing. 2 separate videos, you know, algorithm, good for the algorithm, yada yada. But here's the thing. Shoe on Head is our friend, and I don't want to give the impression by needlessly leaving the whole story split up. I don't want to give the impression that Shoe on Head never responded to that, because my video more or less ends with me talking about that. So I feel like it might be nice just to add a little addendum to that, at least going over her response. You ever get brain freeze from cold water? That's how you know it's the good shit. 2 separate videos keeps the viewers on the hook to tune in for next week's episode, I guess. But promise me you won't just give her a slap on the wrist, like look on the Vosh subreddit for material and shatter, and don't leave any info out. Oh yeah, we'll definitely have to, you know what, we'll start with it. We'll start with it. We'll start with Vosh's subreddit and hunting down some discussion. There's like 2 flies. Look at that little fucker. Look at that agile little fucker. There were 5 or 6 of them that got into my room when I left my window open the other night. I've killed 4 of them. There's 2 left. There's 2 of them left. But they're the fastest and most agile and smartest of them, so they've been hard. Every new fly is harder to kill than the last. Whew! All right. Flies are attracted to dead things, so if you kill them, it attracts more. You know what? I never thought of it that way. Benny Majin, thank you for the Prime sub over on Twitch. I really appreciate that, homie. Very kind of you. Always love to see the kindness from the Twitch chat. It's rare, but there are people over there, and they are nice. I think we're good. Please donate so I can buy food. True, yes, chat. I have to not only pay for my editor to have a living wage, but I also have to pay for myself to have a living wage. So on top of affording a new microphone, we gotta take care of that as well. So any support that you guys offer, whether it just be dropping a like on the stream, which does help a lot more than you guys even realize. It is not a simple hollow gesture. YouTube does boost content in the algorithm when it gets liked by, you know, a viewer. And it helps the channel a lot. I know that you might think that you hitting the like button, just you, isn't going to make a big difference, but it genuinely does, especially if we're talking about someone like me who's like a smaller to mid-tier streamer. Every single one of my viewers, if you guys contribute that free contribution of a like, it takes half a second and it's totally free. It goes a lot further than you guys realize, and I'm sorry, but when it comes to online politics, who wins and who loses is kind of a popularity contest, and so you do the math. All right. Flies don't live that long? Oh, yeah, they'll probably be dead tomorrow. Anyway, thoughts on this? What's up? Pussy from an obsessive stalker girl. That fucking fly tricked me into slapping my own face. Fucking asshole. Yeah, pussy from an obsessive stalker girl does sound... It sounds good. It sounds good is the thing, though. It sounds good, but it does not generally turn out well in real life. There's a saying for this. Don't stick your dick in crazy. As well as, don't let crazy stick its dick in you. It is, as they say, well, what's the word for it? Contagious. It's contagious. Listen to Xan, don't do it, chat. He's right. True, I am always right. Silly Stephanie, thank you for the $5. I really appreciate that. Very kind of you, and very goddamn based. You didn't say anything, but I know it comes from a place of love, so I appreciate that. Thank you. I'm hugging you through the internet right now. Xanderhal, seemingly a YouTuber by the name of the Act Man. Oh yeah, I know about all that. I know about all that. We're covering it, Turbo. That's literally one of the things that's in the title that we are covering today. Don't you worry. Don't you shed a single tear. I know. No, it's not. No, I mean, it is in the title. It's the YouTube went too far. I'm going to be covering that. That's literally what's in the title. YouTube went too far. That's what it's referring to. Chat, ye of little faith. Ye of little faith, chat. Good lord. We can also learn we are like the crazy dick and should take a step back and work on that. I have no fucking idea what that meant, the vegan rancor. I need to learn how to like pre-read comments more often. Xan, forgive me. I had to take a job selling insurance. Okay, Chris Stewart. Hey, Pillow, what's up? Xan, check DMs. The last thing I ever want you to do while I'm streaming is DM me. So no, I'm not going to check my DMs, because if I do that, then people are going to start DMing me while I'm live. Nope, don't want to see your funny memes. Sorry. Don't do that. Very bad. Very bad and cringe. Do not spam me with notifications while I'm streaming. It bugs me. Listen, chat. You have to understand, your streamer has ADHD, and small distractions and irritations make your streamer lose his fucking mind. It's like being... Okay, I want you to imagine... Okay. I want you to imagine that you are really itchy. Okay? Like your legs, your arms, everything. All very itchy. But you are pulled up to a desk that doesn't give you enough arm room for you to like actually get your arms up and like itch yourself. Like imagine being really pulled up to a desk and you just can't even get your arms out from under the desk. That's how trapped you are. And there is a fly flying around your face, landing on your face, and your nose hairs are constantly getting tickled by your mustache hairs, constantly making you need to rub your nose and have to sneeze. A lot of little irritations when you have ADHD that like don't really seem like they would bother you that much, but just kind of really fucking get to you when you know, they just gnaw at you a little bit. I made a little trans comic. Let's check this out. The me I want to be too. First bra. A few months ago, low effort because I had to do this because I can't read it. I'm sorry. I can't. My eyesight is shit. A few months ago, I bought my first bra. Bra. And all I could say was, wow, I like the art style here. This reminds me of Adventure Time a little bit. This reminds me a little bit of like the animatic sketches, or not the animatic sketches, like the concept sketches they would do for Adventure Time a little bit. This is like really uncomfortable. Would it be uncomfortable, really? I feel like wearing a bra would be comfy. I love it. Nice. Oh, wait, can I tell you guys something pretty cool? Lonnie got a There are these like stores here in Palm Springs called Revivals, and they're a chain of flea market stores. And at one of these flea market stores, she found a scented candle with the trans flag on it. I don't know how it was made or where it came from, because it was donated, but it's a trans flag scented candle. It's up on my thing over there. You guys can't see it, sadly. I wish you could, but who knows? Maybe one day. Yeah, I've never worn a bra. Believe it or not. What does the trans flag smell like? I haven't lit the candle yet. Would it be a hate crime to light the candle? I'm pretty sure it'd be a hate crime. The real discourse. I mean, like, am I not wrong, though? What's the difference between burning, like, an LGBT or trans flag and burning a candle of that, Like, functionally. All right. This is where the fun begins. All right, chat. You guys know what to do when I say action, right? Three, two, one. Action. All right. It is now the next day. A whole day has passed since last stream when I talked about this whole shoe on head Pride Month kink around kids discourse, and how the original images of that particular event that Shoe on Head shared and got, a lot of eyes onto it, originally only had like a few, I think like 2,000 likes and a few hundred retweets. Shoe on Head discovered that, and her condemning of that unintentionally, I do believe it was unintentionally, brought it to the eyes of a lot more malicious people than she thought it would. And one of those people was an actual, I believe, Texas Republican who is now making a move to ban all children from being able to attend drag events or any events, I guess, involving drag of any kind. And that may sound reasonable, but there are, of course, completely family-friendly drag events. Not every drag show is like, super sexual, basically like a stripper routine. I mean, some of them are like absolutely appropriate and not sexual whatsoever. Yeah, it's definitely been used in a way that I highly doubt Sean Head agrees with. But that was where we left things yesterday. And we were talking about, is Sean Head going to respond? I hope she does. I mean, she's definitely got to. I think she will. Now it's the next day, and she has. So we're going to be going over her response. I'm going to tell you guys what I think, rating her apology. This will either be its own whole segment, or more likely than that, Cherry will stitch this on to the original segment. So and like just add like a title panel between that says "one day later," like from like the French narrator from SpongeBob. Anyway, let's read the apology. Let's read her statement. Let's see what she has to say. Thank you, Nova Nocturne. I appreciate the $5. Let's see what she has to say. I know I'm not responsible with my platform. I've never been. That's how I became successful. It was an accident. I just vent and post opinions I have in the moment. I use Twitter like a person who has 100 followers. This is a problem, and I'm sorry. I always say never apologize unless you mean it. That's why I haven't apologized for 99% of the stupid and base shit I've said over the years. And that's true, I will never apologize unless I mean it, but I mean it. It's embarrassing to have mental breakdowns in public, but dog piles make me lash out like a child. But I'm old now. I'm an internet grandma. I've never wanted this. My fame was an accident. And lately, I've been self-destructing on here and abandoning YouTube, probably to destroy it. This is not some head-ass YouTuber apology where I say I was in a dark space. Motherfucker, everyone is depressed on this website, Lamau. That is true. No, I'm just tired. I want a home and a family and to be normal. She wants the trad wife life. I never wanted this, and I'm too old for this. Damn. She live in the YouTuber, the big YouTuber lifestyle and doesn't even want it. Suffering from success. I don't take back my opinions, and I'll elaborate on it one day, but I apologize for lashing out and for posting culture war bullshit, which was used by people I despise in a way I never intended. I apologize to people I blocked, including old friends, in the heat of the moment. Alright. So, overall, I do think this is a pretty decent apology. I even already liked it when I first saw it because I thought it would, show acknowledgement that, because I was, I think, one of the first larger streamers to talk about this on stream. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't really follow many other streamers. So maybe that is the case. I didn't want to give off the impression that I'm just, talking shit for no other reason than, to do so. But I will give a criticism here. Okay? And this is a criticism that I'm sure plenty of you are going to agree with, but I'm sure some of you might disagree with. And I'd be curious to hear what Seanhead's opinion is of this observation. And I want to make it clear here. I like Seanhead. As far as I'm aware, Seanhead and I are friends, or at least friends as well as you can be with someone over the internet. I'm not delusional about the nature of internet acquaintances. But, I think me and Seanhead are cool, so I'm not, jabbing at somebody that I don't like or anything here. But something that I've noticed, and I don't know if she's doing it here entirely. There's, a hint of it here, though I will say this is, an improvement, because in large part she's taking responsibility. In the last bit here, she does say, I don't take back my opinion, I'll elaborate on it one day, but I apologize for lashing out and for posting culture war bullshit, which was used by people I despise in a way I never intended. And apologize to people I blocked, all that. Yeah, she does own up to what happened because of her actions, but at the same time, something that I've noticed is a trend sometimes, and this isn't her that's done this exclusively. People online have a tendency to do this, is so... First, I'm going to say this. I'm really, really annoyed by the people that are super hyper puritanical about how you have to run your presentation as an online public figure. That shit is so goddamn annoying. When people say, Zan, why are you vaping on stream? You're a bad influence. Why you smoke weed on stream and encourage your fans to smoke weed? That's a bad influence. It's fuck off, okay? I'm a live streamer. I'm a guy on the internet who uploads YouTube videos and talks about politics to, thousands of people over the internet. It's not that deep. Oh, damn, wrong pipe. I apologize. Anyway. I know, the wrong pipe. It happens every time. You suck too hard. We need to get, some kind of evolutionary appendage of sorts. Some kind of flap that makes it so you can't get water in your windpipe. Wouldn't that be a genius evolutionary development? I bet humans will have that down the road. Statistically, you're less likely to choke to death if you can't breathe water down the wrong pipe. Anyway, Shuon Head, as I was saying, very large public figure, a lot bigger than me, but I think what I said before even applies to her. Like, I don't think that you should hold these public figures to an unattainable standard. Regardless of how many followers you have, you're still a person. You still have the flaws and the completely reasonable expectation of failure or of making mistakes of any other person. Having a big number next to your name on Twitter or on Instagram or on YouTube does not make you any more perfect than anybody else. However, that does not change the fact that the larger that number is next to your name, the more people are watching just about everything you do that goes public. And a lot of those people, maybe not all of them, perhaps even just a small fraction of them, but still a sizable portion of people, view someone like, say, Shuonhead as a role model or as somebody who they get their news from, somebody who they can trust, somebody who is not biased by the establishment bought and paid for media, who can, at the very least give them a surface level understanding of some issues in an entertaining way, right? And I think that's a reasonable interpretation of what the average Shuonhead fan is like, right? Somebody who, trusts Shuonhead to unbiasedly, separate from the bought and paid for mainstream, corporate media, give them a fairly surface level, decent explanation of a certain story or news event, like in the Hell World videos, with it being quite entertaining and funny. That's what you expect from a Shuonhead video. Or from any of her content, even from her tweets. The problem is when people get their opinions from you, many people do get their opinions from Shuonhead, that does mean that, and this doesn't matter who we're talking about here, it does mean that, like, I think, personally, you start to have a level of responsibility for your messaging. Now, in the case of Shuonhead here, this was obviously a mistake on her end. I do think that the thing that she was calling out in isolation is something that probably shouldn't be defended. The whole, like, it's not gonna lick itself, come on, guy. Like, that was pretty cringe. But the outcome that occurred was still a large YouTuber and public figure influencing an actual anti-trans bill being pushed in the state of Texas. That's a big fucking deal. When you accidentally have influence on discriminatory legislation being passed by the state government, whew, that's a bit of a step up. You can't really make the argument that YouTubers don't have a responsibility for their messaging anymore. And at the end of the day, I don't see this as like something worth condemning Shu for. At the end of the day, she made a mistake, and I don't want to just like give her like a little, oh no, it's okay, like pat in the head, because I feel like people accuse me all the time of like, oh, if somebody else did half the things Shuonhead does, Xanderhal would crucify them. And it's like, I don't think I would. I feel like I'm pretty reasonable. And I feel like I'm being pretty firm but fair here, right? Like, I feel like sometimes Shuonhead, and I want, that's why I'm prefacing this, we'll do this thing where, I'm sure you've seen it, sort of like, well, there you go. I don't even need to say anything. It's right there in the bio. Bimbo populist. She kind of plays into like sort of an ironic bimbo, I'm dumb, haha aesthetic for when people will shit talk her a lot of the time. She has fallen back on, I'm just a dumbass on the internet. What do you expect from me? As a defense for things before. And other times I've seen her very authoritatively act as though those that disagree with her on an issue are like ontologically evil, and no act of violence done against them, any act of violence done against them can be morally justified. So on one hand, she feels very, very, confident in all of her positions, and confident enough to, in many cases, extremely strongly like go against people on Twitter, quote tweet them, shit talk them, block them. But then on the other hand, when it's one of those cases where, she can't really die on the hill and she's kind of got to admit, fuck, I really fucked up here, then sometimes she'll fall back on the, well, I'm, like a bimbo populist, right? She didn't do that here, though. She didn't do that here. She owned up to it. She said, no, what I did had this effect, and I'm really sorry that happened, and here's why it's been happening, and here's how I've felt lately, and frankly, I think this is a pretty good apology. What happened is still very bad, and I do think that what I think is probably the biggest takeaway from this isn't so much like anything to do with Seanhead herself. I think that this is more so a perfect demonstration of, yep, political YouTubers do have an effect. YouTubers do need to be careful with their messaging. Even just a tweet, if you've got a big enough number next to your name, can influence a fucking law. And anytime someone tries to claim otherwise in the future, at the very least, we'll be able to point to this example right here. And maybe that's sort of a silver lining of it, I'm sure everybody has learned their lesson, but what I am interested to see is the all right. Now here's where we have to get spicy, okay? Here's where we have to get spicy. It is easy for me, okay? It is easy for me, Xanderhal, to say Seanhead's all right, whatever, yada yada. I forgive her, whatever, right? It's easy for me to say that. But there are a lot of trans people in the state of Texas that are now going to see news stories on their local, news stations about the bill that is being pushed forward to ban children from being present at any drag queen event. A bill that, in the wording of the bill, designates trans people as high risk of being predators towards children. And they're going to see that on the news and think every time, thanks, Seanhead. And frankly, I don't know if they'll forgive Seanhead, and I don't know if they even should. Welcome to capitalism, because they're going to get it pretty fucking bad. If this bill passes, and even if it doesn't, it's just going to suck. And I don't know if it's really my call, I guess, so to say whether or not this is a good or bad response. I guess, I don't usually do the defer to a trans person's opinion on things, but, legitimately, this is a case where I'd be like, go find the YouTube channel of a trans person from Texas and ask them what their opinion is on this, because really, they're going to have the best opinion on this apology, because they're the ones that are truly going to be affected by the outcomes of Seanhead's tweet. However, in a vacuum, me personally knowing Seanhead to a tenuous degree, and just my personal insight for what it's worth to you guys, I think that it was a pretty good response, and I do think it was genuine. And there's only so much that you can do to make up for something like that. Let's be real, chat. It's pretty wild to expect your tweet to get seen by a state official, and to have it influence a bill like that to get pushed through, the state senate. That's fucking insane. No one would expect that, especially not Seanhead. It was a mistake. Could she have prevented it by being more responsible? Absolutely. And people have told her to be more responsible for a very long time, and they've warned her something like this would happen, and now it's happened. But hopefully the bill doesn't get passed, and hopefully the best possible outcome occurs. If not, though, you know who to come to hear the news and hear it as it happens. Anyway, guys, if you enjoyed this segment, please consider leaving a like, subscribe, ring the bell icon, follow my social media, and, of course, you can support me financially by donating, subscribing, or gifting a sub on my website, xanderhal.com/live, or donating through my website, through Streamlabs, Stream Elements, YouTube, Twitch, or through Patreon. But with all that said, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and have a good one. My nose is kind of stuffy today. True, sub. I think because Shu is in the political sphere and get going to political events where some politicians know of her. Yeah, I mean, I imagine a lot of So here's the thing, though. Seanhead has a massive conservative following. Seanhead is very inoffensive to conservatives. That's one of the things that, you know... I think Seanhead has undersold herself a lot in that apology even. Like I know I'm not responsible with my platform, I've never been, that's how I became successful. I think that's underselling herself. I think what made Seanhead successful, if I'm being honest, was probably that she's pretty down to earth and does a pretty good job of appealing to, like, people on both sides of the aisle. Whether you're a Nazi or a leftist, there's something to get out of Seanhead's channel. Or a liberal, or a conservative, or a centrist, or anything in between. You can find something entertaining, funny, and perhaps even to agree with from Seanhead's content, and her community and her do not really gatekeep. So, like, if you're a Nazi and you want to get into the, like, Seanhead community, you're like, Heil Hitler, I hate the Jews, I want to engage in a cultural genocide. That's my best German impression. I can't really do a very good German accent. Seanhead's community will be like, come right on in. And then you can also come along, like the next guy comes along wearing like a Ushanka and is like, here, look, comrade, I would like to starve all of you by taking all of your food and forcing you to get into red lines. And Seanhead's community will be like, come right on in. And then like a conservative will come along and be like, I think gay marriage should be illegal. And they'll be like, come on in. And then a liberal will come along, and then they'll beat the liberal to death. Yeah, okay. That's the one outlier. They'll beat the liberals to death. The liberals aren't included. Someone needs to clip that and send that to Shu. She'd fucking post that on Twitter and just caption it true. United in the hate of liberals? Yeah. Well, listen, guys. If you're like a leftist and you're hyper obsessed with hating liberals, I've said this on stream before and I'll say it again, it's a red flag, okay? It really, really is a red flag. Oh, wait. Oh my god, we gotta talk about the MatPat FNAF ARG thing. Should we talk about the MatPat Five Nights at Freddy's ARG hunt drama? Type hypers if you guys want to see me talk about it. You guys think that would be good content? Empress, thank you for the $10 super chat. I really appreciate that. Says, can we get a Zanstun lock in becoming a political content creator? I currently do VTuber stuff, and I want to transition to do political content on YouTube as a VTuber. I don't have continued in chat. Empress, honestly, with that alone, I can probably give you some pretty good advice. I don't know if you've gone into like my catalog on my channel of videos, but if you search Xanderhal streamer advice or breadtuber advice, I've done 2 or 3 videos in the past specifically on this. And you as a VTuber, you're already off to a good start because you don't need to worry about camera quality. The hardest thing by far to deal with as a streamer is audio or video shit. Like having to deal with your camera and making sure it's high quality and you have good lighting and then having your fucking lights blasting into your eyes all the time. Huge pain in the ass. Huge, massive pain in the ass. If you're a VTuber or like a PNG tuber, you don't even have to worry about that shit. So you can put all of your effort as far as your like hardware goes into your microphone and into having good audio. So first of all, invest in good audio. You don't need a good microphone if you're going the VTuber route. I will say, though, there is not really a large market for VTuber, or there isn't really, like, the market for VTuber political streamers hasn't really been filled much. All there really is like, I guess, Eris. And she hasn't been streaming as much from what I can tell. I haven't really seen her live very often. So yeah, there's a pretty large audience for that if that's what you want to get into. You definitely want to stream from a desktop PC. I recommend getting yourself like a pretty decent setup if you can. But at the end of the day, if you're doing politics, you don't need anything crazy. It depends on whether or not you're trying to include some gaming streaming. And honestly, the best thing you can do is start out by making prepared content. Go on YouTube, start your channel, find a channel name that you're going to stick with forever. I wish I'd changed my name to Xanderhal way back in 2017 because rebranding is just, I have a RTX 3080. Nice, Empress. Julia, that's perfect then. That's what I have too. Or no, I have a 2080, not a 3080. I wish I had a 3000 series. I'm going to get the 3090 when I can. My nose is all stuffy. Yeah, you're going to want to get like some decent hardware. And then what I recommend you do, start your YouTube channel, get your name. I would honestly just go with like, honestly, Empress Julia or Empress. See if Empress is already taken as like a username online. It probably is. But see if like a VTuber or anyone doing what you're doing has. And if they have, and it seems like that name is taken, it's going to be hard to get like your stuff. I'd honestly gravitate towards a potential rebrand before you start your YouTube channel. Who knows? I have a username as Empress on YouTube, Zan, but on Twitter and all the other stuff, I do Empress Julian. Okay. Your branding is up to you. That's just my personal recommendation as like somebody who's had to figure out branding on my own. There's a lot of stuff about branding that you'd be surprised you wouldn't know. Hey, T, what's up? How you doing? Hey, Tiffany Star, thank you for the $5. Says, hello, Zan, my friend. Keep up the good work. More talking with Tiff coming soon. Hell yeah. Thank you for the $5. I imagine many people in chat will recognize you. Thank you for dropping in the chat or dropping into the stream and dropping the dono. Anyway, yeah, you're like big famous on Twitter. Do you have an opinion on the Dark Viper AU React drama? Okay, listen, I think Dark Viper AU makes some good content, and he seems like he's a cool guy, but I think he might be a little bit hyper-fixated on React content to an extent that's a little too far. Like, he's ragged on streamers for reacting to videos that they got permission from the original creator of the content to react to. He legitimately views the concept of one person reacting to the content of another to be, from what I can tell of his content, it seems he doesn't view that as something that can possibly result in good content or result in content worthy of existing for any reason, which is kind of like, holy shit, you know? Like, okay, I get you don't like React content, and I understand feeling morally outraged when it's just outright stealing content from somebody, but at this point, it just feels like you think the concept of React content on Twitch is a problem that needs to be dealt with, even if it's, you know, done tastefully. That's the impression I've gotten, but, yeah. Anyway, Empress Julia, yeah, I would definitely recommend microphone, and the first thing you want to do is upload 5 to 10 prepared videos that are going to bring you a lot of views. Think of something that people are watching right now, that people are talking about, something that you can contribute that will, just something you know that will be a juicer, something that you can just feel in your heart that people will want to see. Make that video a prepared video, editing, good thumbnail, title, put your all into these 10 videos. These 10 videos are the foundation of your channel, okay? You make those 10 videos and you bring in the audience. Once those 10 videos are done, you can start streaming. What I like to do is I like to make an alt YouTube channel. And on that alt YouTube channel, I subscribe to every crazy conservative or just disagreeable YouTube channel under the sun, so that I can use that YouTube channel's sub feed as a constant feed of content to cover. From there, you want to go live, you pick a few things to cover. What's the craziest, dumbest things that conservatives have said in the last few days? Pick those things out, put them in the title of your stream, cover them and break it up into individual segments if that's the way you want to do your content. I mean, honestly, your stream can be done how you want to do it. I'm telling you how to do this type of format. You do your segment format, and the best way to turn stream content into content that can be repurposed is to do it in segments, like what I do. You talk about a thing or respond to a video or whatever, you clip that out, maybe even record it while you're streaming it, end the recording, take that recording, and you can either edit yourself or even just upload it raw, and put a thumbnail on it, title it and all that, give it a good title and whatnot. And now you can upload those segments of the different things you cover each stream as videos on YouTube to bring in a new audience. And the audience that you bring in and the audience you already had from those first 5 to 10 initial videos are what the people that get to hang out and chat. Now, admittedly, your first few streams, your first 3 to 10 to 12 to even possibly 20 streams might not have that many viewers. You might even have portions of your stream where there is nobody in chat talking, and you have to completely figure out a way to talk to yourself. Frankly, I found, I could honestly probably do segments just fine without anybody in chat talking. I prefer if people in chat talk a lot, especially if they're spamming emotes and respond just in reaction to things that are being talked about or things that are happening in the stream. But why is my nose so goddamn it's not even stuffed as in there's stuff in there's no snot or anything in there. It's just my left nostril is swollen shut. That's all I can say. My left nostril is just swollen shut. I don't know why. It's just it's just inflamed, I guess. I can't breathe through it. Anyway, yeah. I need to get some of those spray things that you put up your nose that cause the congestion to go away. How's everyone doing? I'm doing all right. How are you, T? Are you memein' and creamin', as the kids say? T, missed you all? Impossible. All right. Whew. Puffle cakes. Puffle Cakes, thank you for the tier 2 1-month sub. Thank you so goddamn much. I really appreciate that. Thank you for the $10. You didn't say anything, but your generosity is still very much appreciated. Thank you so goddamn much. That puts us at $40 in the dono goal, of course. We do be inching our way to a new microphone. Isn't half of Palm Springs LGBT? LGBT? Yes. Half of Palm Springs is in fact gay. Tiffany Snore, thank you for the $10 super chat. Says we should collab soon. Could be on politics or shooting the shit. But my friend Jeff Waldorf from the Young Turks and I game often. So if you want to game with us sometime, shoot me a DM to get to Zanchat. Yeah, absolutely. I'd be down to do some gaming content or have you on stream or something. Me and Demon Mama are also starting a podcast pretty soon. So if you want to be a guest on the podcast, that could also be pretty good content, you know? Oh yeah, Pillow, we'd have you as a guest on the podcast. Yeah, I'm very excited for the podcast. Do you have a date for it yet? No, there's still some art left to be done. we commissioned like people online, like on Fiverr, to do the art for the podcast. I don't know if any of it's been shown off yet, though. I don't know if any of it's been revealed publicly. I've seen a good amount of it, and it's all really good looking. Like, you're gonna like it. It's like ridiculously high quality for like a podcast background art, but it's gonna be cool. I'm really excited. The theme of it is sort of a mix of me and Demon Mama's branding, so it's gonna be cool. Not Fiverr, lol. I got the most premium artist I could find. Okay, Cherry, Jesus, I didn't mean to offend. You would never hire the rabble on a place like Fiverr, of course. Ichi, thank you for the $5. As I've recently found your channel, I've been binging your videos. Absolutely loving the content, man. Don't go back too far, okay? My content sucks shit, okay? Listen, all right? You go back too far, my content starts to suck shit, all right? You ask me 2 years or a year from now, I'll tell you not to go back to this content because I'll tell you it sucks shit, all right? Like, listen, people, oh God, people have this tendency to, like, they'll see your content once, like 2 years ago, and then never watch your content again because, you know, maybe your content wasn't so good back then, but then they'll just believe that you're, you know, that's who you are in perpetuity. And I've had people who will, like, rediscover my content 2 years later and be like, what the fuck? Zan's content is like night and day from what it was like a year or 2 years ago. Holy shit. And I'm like, yeah, it would have been nice if you'd kind of like stuck around and watched a video from it once in a while, you know? You would have noticed. Christ. I don't know. It is what it is. Can't control the psychology of people on the internet. I thought your Notch video was pretty good. I had no idea about him. Oh, that was my very first political video. Can't imagine Zan without blonde hair now. I can. I lived without blonde hair most of my life. I've enjoyed the evolution, Zan. Good shit. Indeed it has been. All right, let's go see the Matt Pat. All right.
Hello.
Okay. All right, chat. Will I have to remove that static noise in post, I assume? If you can remove it, that would be ideal, but the only way that we're going to get rid of that static noise is going to be by raising enough money to buy a new mic. Sorry. Like, guys, there's no other way. I don't know what to tell you. Like, that's... I gotta get a new mic. I can't fix it. I don't know. It's been breaking for a while now. It's been on its last leg for a hot minute. All right. Whew. Okay. Wait, what static? The static from my audio on my stream. You have a really dirty keyboard? I'll buy a new keyboard as well. Anyway, God, my nose. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I didn't really do anything, but... oh well. Nose blowing ASMR, the best kind. Vosh mutes his stream when he blows his nose like a fucking pussy. I don't, because I like it when you hear the sound of my massive, thick, veiny sinuses shooting snot. Alright? I want you to hear it. Alright. Alright. You guys know what to do when I say action. 3, 2, 1, action. So, Matt Pat is an interesting figure here on this lovely place we call YouTube. He's been around for, honestly, as long as I remember watching YouTube. Like, I honestly can't really imagine a time where I couldn't sit down on YouTube and see a game theory, film theory, or food theory now video pop up in my recommended. I was never like an avid viewer of the content, but if a video that interested me came up, I watched it. I've probably seen like 30 or 40 MatPat videos, 50 maybe over the course of my life. So I'm familiar enough with the guy, but certainly not like a super fan or anything. However, he gets like a lot of shit online, and I've never really understood why. Granted, I don't really follow the types of people that obsess over content creators on the internet and every small mistake they make, especially when it's a content creator as inoffensive as MatPat. But for some reason, people seem to really hate this guy, and honestly, I've yet to really get a really solid answer on what the deal is with that. The best answer I got was that he was racist. And the reason that I got for why he was racist was that he'd said the N-word. And when they sent me the clip of him saying the N-word, it was a clip of him... it was a clip of him seeing a color-inverted Pikachu and calling it a... And I'm going to type it out in chat as well so you can see it on screen so you know that I'm not saying something that I'm not here. So he calls this inverted Pikachu a Negachu, as in like negative Pikachu, inverted, like Mr. Negative from the Spider-Man bill. I know. Clip it. Yep, I know. Yep, it sounds like the N-word. Clip it, guys. It sounds like the N-word. Clip it. I know. Yeah, stop. Come on. It's not funny. It's really old. It's not funny. I know. It's real. You guys are 13 at the oldest. It's very funny to you guys. I understand. I know. No, in all seriousness, though, he says it's a Negachu, and people interpreted that as him saying the N-word chew, and the reason why they assume that, I suppose, is because it sounds a lot like that, and also because this inverted Pikachu was mostly black, and yeah, it just wasn't a good look, and so... When that was the only thing that I was supplied with as to why people ought to hate MatPat, I just kind of assumed it's more or less just kind of a nothing burger with him. However, apparently he did do something recently that is quite bad, and that is apparently peddling the idea that there is a non-existent ARG built into some Five Nights at Freddy's books, and yeah, I guess that's the thing that got him into drama? And apparently it was really dangerous. I don't know. We're going to watch the video. I think this is the video that got him in trouble. The game theory FNAF stumped me again. I believe this is the one. So, yeah. Let's go ahead and watch it. Let's find out what the deal is. What did he do that was such a massive fucking deal?
Would you look at that? Nearly 4 months without a single FNAF episode. Feels like it's a brand new day for the channel. There have been so many new games, new meta theories, even some classic science episodes thrown in. I'm happy, I'm healthy. Life is...
Mr. Krabs, thanks for the $5 super chat. Says Zan, Matt did a video of an apology on what happened. Yes, I know. We're going to watch that after we watch this. Actually, we're going to speed this up a little bit as well, just so we can get through it a little faster.
Is good. And now, time to relax.
Okay.
Hello, Internet! Welcome to Game Theory, the show where old habits and old animatronics die hard. Today we're talking about the 12th and final installment of the Fazbear Frights book series.
Okay, do I need to know anything about Five Nights at Freddy's going into this? Because I've only played the first game and watched Markiplier play some of the others. Good, okay, I don't need to know anything.
Felix the Shark. That's right, friends, the final book. Until the next 3 come out later this year. Anyway, let's not think about that and instead focus on Felix. Now, this final book is special, just like all...
He's gotta keep on making money to donate to the GOP, I guess.
all the others, it too is a collection of 3 short, spooky stories vaguely connected to the wider FNAF lore. But where this one is different is that it's meant to be a collection of cut stories. As the official description reads, quote, stories that didn't make the cut for the first 11 books. Which, okay, they didn't appear in numbers 1 through 11, but still, they wound up getting published anyway as the 12th one. Is that such a big deal? In fact, because they're last, they're probably in the most important position of any of the stories. And while you might assume that they were cut because they were weaker or lesser than the 33 other Fazbear frights that were produced, it's not really true. You cut the story about an animatronic shark, but you kept the one where a boy turns into a traffic sign? You cut Girl Solves Dead Body.
Oh yeah, I should clarify. Scott Cawthorne, the creator of Five Nights at Freddy's and the writer of these books, is the one who donates to the GOP, not Matt Pat.
Jumped into animatronic suit mystery, but kept tiny guppy bodies? You cut a security guard named Mike going around collecting haunted FNAF memorabilia, and yet kept Fazgoo. The truth is, we don't really know why these were cut. It could have been a quality thing, it could have been that they confused the lore, or maybe, just maybe, it could have been that they were intentionally designed to set up secret puzzles that we were meant to solve, and those puzzles never got fully realized. Spoiler alert, I think it might have been that last one. I believe that Scott was planning to use this final book as a launching point, the start of a real-world treasure hunt that would have required using the books, the games, even stuff like the coloring book in order to crack. I suspect that this was a riddle so far-reaching and so complex, it would have required the cooperation of FNAF theorists from across the globe. Today, I'm going to explain the clues that led me to this conclusion, but more importantly, I'm going to ask you for your help. You see, while I'm reasonably confident this thing was never finished, I'm not sure. I can't be sure unless you all double-check for me. A few years ago...
This is the thing that got him in trouble, apparently, was he asked his audience to participate in all of this.
I asked for all your help in solving the security logbook, and a day later we discovered the name of Cassidy. Today, I'm going to ask you for something similar. I'm going to take you on a journey through some weird corners of FNAF lore and some loose threads that I see in this new book, and then I'm going to ask you for the favor. I need you to help me either solve this thing once and for all, or debunk it. And who knows, maybe this is the push that we need to get the next major answer to the game's lore. But before you help me with the lore, I was wondering if you'd help me in another way. It's time for our newest collection of Theoryware merch. And as always, you checking out the items goes a long way to help fund everything that we're doing over here on the channel. This collection in particular is going to be especially fun if you're a fan of Analog Horror, The X-Files, or Area 51, because it's all about conspiracy boards, sky watching, and secret undercover fact-finding missions.
Gonna need a quote with that, Matt Pat.
Full collection. And as always, thank you guys so much for the support. Now back to FNAF. In order to unwrap the secret FNAF ARG, let's start by breaking down the stories in Felix the Shark, shall we? The final story, You're the Band, is probably the most obviously related to existing FNAF lore. In it, a small boy named Timmy becomes obsessed with everyone's favorite pizza murder franchise, Freddy Fazbear's. His mother finds him a strange Freddy mask on the internet and gives it to him for his birthday. After putting it on, Timmy starts to change. He doesn't like the things he used to, he becomes moody and aggressive, he even yells about protecting the others when Granddad walks towards him with a knife. Eventually,
He's just going through puberty. What? Listen, alright? When a young man reaches a certain age, you get moody, your diet changes, you start to eat a lot of raw meat, and you start needing to protect the others. Just puberty. What are you talking about? Completely normal.
Timmy is led to an abandoned Freddy Fazbear's building by a shadowy figure. The whole thing gives off some very solid Midnight Motorist vibes. In order to rescue him, his mother...
Oh my god, is that the purple guy?
Teams up with a former Freddy's security guard named Mike. Turns out the Freddy mask was possessed by one of the children from the original Fazbear murders. When Timmy put on the mask, the spirit transferred into his body, which...
Hey, chat. I'm gonna let you finish. But first, my testicles could probably, like, you could probably, if you touched my testicles right now, it'd be like touching, like, some sort of slimy sea creature, because I'm so goddamn sweaty right now. It is so hot in my room, I gotta go turn down my AC, okay? I'll be right back. My nutsack probably feels like some kind of goddamn deep-sea creature right now. Alright, I turned the AC on. Thanks for that imagery. You're welcome. Cthulhu testicles? True. I was thinking like I don't know, like a giant sea sponge. Like a shaped sea sponge.
Allowed it to control him. When Mike and Timmy's mom arrive at the restaurant, Timmy is on stage in Freddy's position performing alongside Bonnie and Chica. After getting attacked by the puppet, Mike manages to get the Freddy mask back onto Timmy, which captures the spirit. He then puts the mask back onto the original Freddy head, getting the spirit back to where it belongs. Now, I gotta admit, I got really excited when I read the story. We've suspected for a while that FNAF 1 security guard Mike Schmidt was really Michael Afton going from location to location to undo the evils of his father, William. That's why we play as Mike through pretty much every installment of the series up through Ultimate Custom Night. It's why Mike's name appears in Sister Location, why Fazbear Frights burns down in FNAF 3, and why the security guard in FNAF 2 is fired for tampering with animatronics and odor, just like Mike was in FNAF 1. Up until now, that theory's never been confirmed. confirmed, but this story seems to be strong evidence for exactly that idea. A security guard named Mike going around collecting the old artifacts from Freddy locations in order to help free the spirits of those trapped within.
I understand
so
this shit.
Cool and totally made reading this book worthwhile. Anytime we can get more evidence to support a theory within the franchise, absolutely worth it. But while You're the Band was
Is Mike the purple guy?
explicitly lore-heavy, the other two stories were equally fascinating, but for different reasons.
Guy's
There were details
son.
that felt odd or out of place, and comments from characters that seemed oddly
Morbius.
specific in a way that just triggered my lore-hunting senses. In the title story, Felix the Shark, we follow a young man named Dirk who's reminiscing with his friends about their shared experiences with Freddy Fazbear's. However, Dirk's memory is slightly different to everyone else's. He's convinced that there was an extra animatronic, a shark named Felix. When his friends make fun of him, Dirk sets off on a cross-country quest to
It's the Mandela effect.
prove that he's not crazy. It takes him to 6 restaurants, but Dirk eventually does learn the truth. It turns out Felix was made by the owner of one very specific Freddy Fazbear's after his son tragically drowned. Why would that lead him to a shark animatronic? Because it was a shark that actually pushed the body back to shore. Couldn't make this stuff up if I tried. Eventually, Dirk does manage to locate Felix. The whole FNAF pizzeria is hidden inside an abandoned water park. But the weird part isn't the where, but rather the how of finding Felix. You see, Dirk is only able to find the pizzeria using a series of clues that are found in a random novel written by the creator's daughter. In-universe, Felix's creator also had a daughter who grew up to become a popular author. And in one of her books, The Dog and Dogmatist, she hides a series of clues in plain sight within the book's dialogue. These clues ultimately prove meaningless to the characters in the book because they weren't meant for the characters. They were instead meant for the readers to give them information they needed to find Felix. It is very weird. Anyway, Dirk figures all of this out and confronts the author. She gives him her butterfly necklace and he uses all of this Indiana Jones style to unlock a secret key hidden in the bottom of an empty pool at the water park. The key unlocks the path to the secret Freddy's where Dirk finally finds Felix. And then Dirk dies by climbing into the tank with Felix because these characters always have to die in the stories. It's dumb, but you know, so be it. Anyway, you see what's so weird about all this, right? Out of nowhere, this story is talking about clues to a real-world location hidden inside of another book. Clues that are meaningless to the characters, but meaningful to the readers. Not only did this stand out to me as a suspiciously meta moment, but it also got me to immediately think about the previous Fazbear Frights installment, Prankster. You see, in preparation for the release of Felix the Shark, I wanted to refresh myself on all the previous stories.
Bro, there was this, like, when I was in the swim team, there was this, like, 8-year-old kid that I would see at the YMCA every day when I'd go to, like, swim practice, who would be reading these Five Nights at Freddy's books, and I'd be like, oh, it must be some, like, kid shit. And it's like, oh my god, what the fuck was this kid reading? Jesus Christ. Some fucking bad parenting.
There are 33 of these things after all. It's a lot to keep track of. So
Or maybe not. Maybe just some really cool parents.
Turn to another book, the recently released Ultimate Guidebook, which, if you don't know, has summaries of literally everything that's ever happened in the Freddy Fazbear universe, from the games to the books to the fan theories. Basically, if you're trying to catch up with the series quickly, it's definitely worth a read. And since this is the third and final addition to the book, one written by Scott Cawthon, you know that whatever is deemed most relevant for the lore is going to be called out within its pages. Anyway, each Fazbear Fright story has its own little summary page providing a general plot overview as well as a list of connections between the story and the games. Not everything here is useful, but it definitely gets you into the mindset of the authors, and it helps you see some of the connections that the stories were trying to make. Again, if it does...
Okay, why... Can we just say... Why are we pretending as though Scott Cawthon hasn't been retconning the fuck out of this story since at least the first 3 or 4 games that he made? Maybe now he's got a fairly good idea of what the story is laid out now, but there's no way he understood where it was going to go when he made the first game, or the second, third, or even the fourth, I bet. I guarantee there has been countless fucking retcons and weird fucking backwards logic explanations for why certain things would happen when they do, plot holes that haven't been filled in yet that the fan base just kind of goes over. Like, from the small amounts of like Five Nights at Freddy's stuff I've seen in regards to the summary content, it sounds just a lot like it's constant retconning to make up for the fact that he never anticipated this franchise would reach the point it's gotten to. And now he's just being forced to continually just drag its corpse through the mud, keep on producing content.
Into the mindset of the authors. It helps you see some of the connections that the stories were trying to make. Again, if it doesn't make the cut to appear in this book, you're likely barking down the wrong path. Likewise, if something is called out within these pages, it's at least worth considering when theory crafting. TLDR, as I was getting close to the end of my refresher course, I noticed this in the new lead section for the title story of Book 11, Prankster. Quote, some of the puzzle clues, such as Stinger, Moot, and even...
Like, do you think any of the shit that's being talked about right now was even in a conceptual stage in Scott Cawthon's head when he was making Five Nights at Freddy's 2? Not even 1. 2. When he was making Five Nights at Freddy's 2, do you think he even had a modicum of these ideas in his head? No fucking way he did. He's making this shit up as he goes along. Or at least he was until recently. And I'm willing to bet my fucking left testicle on that shit.
more frights and implications beyond the plot. Careful readers may want to give these scenes a second look. Implications beyond the plot, you say? Just like with Felix the Shark, it appears that the Ultimate Guide is also pointing us to meta clues within a different book. Clues that are meant for us, the readers, rather than for the characters in the story. So, I went back to Prankster. In this story, the main character Jeremiah is trying to save his friends from a mysterious...
So far, nothing that MatPat has done could possibly be interpreted as bad, other than perhaps some cringy delivery.
glitchy voice that's freed itself from a FNAF VR game that's being worked on at the company. Sounds pretty darn familiar. Along the way, he's presented with a series of riddles. Stinger Moot, which is an anagram of testing room. Give me one and I'll make more, each one like the one before. What am I?
Yeah, no, it's literally D&D writing. Like, Scott Cawthon, it seems like, has had to write this like he's a DM in a D&D campaign. He had, like, a decent idea of what he was going to do at first, like when he made the first game, but it was mostly just like a, you know, a throwaway project, right? He didn't expect it to blow up the way it would. He'd never made a horror game before, and then it blew up the way that it did. There's no fucking way he had all these ideas planned out from even close to the beginning.
Our next clue contains even more frights. To get there, you just need to follow the lights. I see you're moving closer to your goal, follow the lights to make things right, and for the key to find where your friends hide, roll up your sleeves and reach inside. Now, I've gone back and forth over these clues multiple times, but it felt like a lot of them were just pointing back to stuff that we'd already discussed in previous theories. The give me one and I'll make more felt like a reference to the glitch trap cult, using FNAF VR's tapes to infect more playtesters. The following the lights clues maybe could
what
be a
is he
reference to Princess
talking
Quest, where we
about?
have to light the lanterns to reveal the truth and eventually set Vanessa free, but none of this was new information. We've talked about all of this stuff in depth. Security Breach seemed to confirm some of this stuff. And to be honest, the connections I could make were speculative at best. I tried rearranging the letters in the anagram.
Hold on, there's just a white woman jump scare in SCP, sorry, the Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach, right? There's just a white woman jump scare. Yeah, I seen that. I thought it was very funny. I thought it was very funny. There's just a jump scare in that game. It's just a white woman. White woman jump scare.
Didn't really get anything interesting. I even considered that maybe the Stinger Moot and even more Frights clues were literal. The Stingers of the Fazbear Frights books were the epilogues about the Stitch Raids, so maybe if the Stinger is moot, then the Stitch Raid stuff is ultimately meaningless. Even more Frights might refer to the next set of books, Tales of the Pizzaplex. I mean, sure, that's a valid explanation, but it was speculation at best, and also pretty darn lame. Why would you go to all the trouble of hiding meta clues like this about stuff that feels ultimately underwhelming? These aren't really questions that people were asking themselves, you know? So, at least according to the Ultimate Guide, there's definitely something hidden inside of that prankster story, and I'm not exactly sure what it is, but there was even more that was suspicious with Felix the Shark. You see, Dirk doesn't just find the secret Freddy's thanks to written clues inside of a random book. There's also a very specific drawing in the middle of that book. Here's the full quote when describing the Dogged Dogmatist, the book where the hidden clues are from. Quote, the man's search for the creature was convoluted on the whole, but certain lines in the book went beyond convoluted. They just didn't make sense. Neither did the drawing in the middle of the book. An ornate and frilly sketch of what looked like...
Why are we watching this? Because this video caused a shit ton of controversy. We haven't gotten to the part that did yet, but the video's almost over, so we must be close. Otherwise, I'm going to lose my mind if this is what made the internet lose their mind. If like, it doesn't get bad, I will lose my fucking mind.
Butterflies and flowers. The drawing was never referred to in the book, and it couldn't be related to any of the story. Were the odd lines in drawing some kind of code? For what purpose? And that's not the only time drawings are brought up in this one story. There was yet another odd reference in Felix the Shark that jumped out to me. Quote again, I'd forgotten all about Freddy's, but yeah, now I remember. I loved the Freddy's coloring books. That's what started my drawing. Eventually, I got tired of coloring and just drew the figures. Last year, the official FNAF coloring book released, which for a normal franchise would be a big old who cares moment. But here, where the biggest character reveals happened in a spin-off children's activity book, yeah, I wouldn't put anything past this franchise. So it felt strange to mention a real-world item for it only to mean nothing. So, of course, I bought myself the coloring book and the official How to Draw book. I went through the pages over and over and over again, but the only thing I was drawing was a blank. Seriously though, I couldn't find anything. Loads of cool pieces of artwork, like this twisted Chica that's only ever mentioned by name, but nothing major. I checked with black lights, I heated up a page or two to see if it would reveal some invisible ink. Nothing. Or at least nothing that I could find. And then it hit me. What if this wasn't about solving a mystery within the story, but instead something bigger, something more real? The clues in Dirk's book didn't make any sense until you were in the right place at the right time. This could all be hinting at an ARG, where just like Dirk, if you find the location, suddenly the clues that people had been theorizing about for months start to fall into place. Which leads us to the final story of Felix the Shark, The Scoop. In this story, a young girl named Mandy is an online FNAF theorist. No joke, she even signs off on her posts by saying, and I quote, I can't share all my secret facts yet till I solve this game theory. Anyway, Mandy digs through the code of FNAF 3, literally FNAF 3 the game. It is mentioned explicitly, only to discover a hidden picture of a building. She tracks it down and she learns about a real-life missing children's incident. After a few nightmares where the spirit of the dead child appears, she ends up going to the location only to find an old animatronic bear giving off a nasty smell. Surprise, surprise, the kid was inside of there the whole time. Mandy is praised as a hero for finally finding the missing child, and she closes out her blog by saying, quote, I will probably never know for certain how this mysterious building is connected to the FNAF universe. The only thing I am certain of is if the creator wanted us to know, I think he would tell us. Wow. Just wow. Feeling a bit attacked, not gonna lie. Though, in my defense, if we waited for Scott to tell us anything, we'd know next to nothing about this franchise's lore. Just saying. Anyway, outside of the heavy references in this story to theorists and the real-world game of FNAF 3, the weirdest thing about this one is that it contains a lot of specific details as to where the events of the story take place. 33 Fazbear Frights in, and no other story in the franchise features this level of detail. The cities, the street names, file names, locations of buildings, details that are seemingly inconsequential to the greater story, and in pretty much every other book would be skimmed over or kept vague. When Mandy finds this mysterious image in the game files, she traces it back to Utah. Yes, the actual US state. This fact is further solidified when Mandy's mom takes her on a business trip to Cedar City, a real city in Utah, to complete the investigation. Now this is where the trail starts to go cold, because what Mandy's looking for is an old cinema on Willowfield Road in Peace Valley, which after a lot of Google searches I can tell you just doesn't exist, at least not in Utah. However, in the story we do learn that Peace Valley is only 15 minutes on highway from Cedar City, so I looked up where you can drive to in 15 minutes from the center of Cedar City, and it turns out there's a very small town just to the south called Canaraville. So I hopped onto Google Street View to check out other details that the book mentioned, like the old cinema, which used to be a pizzeria, as well as having a post office on the corner. Unfortunately, neither of these things seem to exist in Canaraville. They do have a post office, and it's near a corner, but it's more like the middle of the street. And so shy of me buying a plane ticket to go to the middle of nowhere Utah myself, my options were once again drying up. So, okay, but what about the actual game? The game Mandy is playing is specifically called out to be FNAF 3. I wondered if Scott had maybe retroactively put a file into the game that maybe everyone's missed, so I went over to Steam and looked at the update logs, but the game hasn't been updated since April of 2015. And I very much doubt that Scott's been playing a 7-year-long con, especially since Into the Pit, the first Fazbear Frights book, didn't hit store shelves until December of 2019. But Mandy wasn't just playing FNAF 3, it's explicitly mentioned that she's playing the FNAF 3 mobile port. So I took a look at those update logs. Same situation. The game hasn't been updated since February of 2020. Now, we don't know when this story got cut in the 2 years of Fazbear Frights run, so it could have been in existence then, but I'll be honest, I do not have the elite hacker skills to bust open a mobile game to look for the files. And so, just like that, I was out of options, out of clues, out of ideas. Gotta be honest, I feel kinda defeated on this one. Weeks of looking through these books trying to find something that just wasn't clicking, and yet I couldn't shake it. The whole thing gave me some big Gravity Falls ARG vibes. For those of you who don't know, one of my favorite TV shows of all time, Gravity Falls, did this massive globe-spanning ARG back in 2016. It was a series that was all about hidden mysteries, ciphers, secret codes, complete with a book, much like the survival logbook, that you could buy that contained puzzles and secrets for the fan community to solve. And this ARG, launched after the conclusion of the show, tasked fans of the series from all corners of the map to work together in a quest that would eventually lead them to a statue of the show's villain, Bill Cipher, hidden out in the middle of the woods. Maybe FNAF was seeding out clues for something similar. Or maybe there were plans to do a similar sort of treasure hunt, but the plans got scrapped along the way. I can't be sure, but there were just too many weird details here that didn't seem to be mere coincidences. Regardless, I'd been vested, but that didn't mean I was done. The last time I felt like this was when the survival logbook released, but instead of giving up, I threw the clues that I'd noticed out to you guys, the theorist community, to help me solve it, and you came through. We found Cassidy's name, a name that has since been confirmed by Scott himself. So here I am again at the end of my tether, asking you for help once more. It seems like something's here, but if it is, I can't figure it out on my own. Maybe you're a theorist from Utah and you know the locations I'm talking about. Maybe you do know how to break open the files of a mobile game. Maybe you're as obsessed with this franchise as I am, and you too have the coloring book, and you notice something on those pages that I don't. We haven't let FNAF beat us yet, and we're sure as heck not gonna let it happen today.
Wait, this isn't even that bad. Like, I get being upset about, like, telling potential kids to, like, look for real-life locations and going there, but, like, are you serious? That's it? Like, this was trending on Twitter. People were losing their minds over this. Like, people were, like, gimmick accounts were saying, sorry for going out of character, but I really need to talk about what MatPat did. Please do not do what he said. Do not listen to what MatPat did. It's like, oh my god, you're joking about EDP, right? No, why would I ever fucking joke in my title? Why would I ever put something that's just a lie in my fucking title? No, it's not a joke. We're gonna cover it. Don't worry. Yeah, holy shit. Is that really it?
If you think you've gotten yourself some answers, or maybe just another lead, head on over to the Game Theorist subreddit to post your findings. I'm going to be keeping a very close eye on this one, because, like you, I want to see this franchise solved. Link is down in the description below to check out the Game Theorist subreddit. And speaking of what's below the video, one final reminder about the new Theoryware, which is available now. It's one of the biggest launches that we've done in terms of sheer number of items available.
Yeah, that was it? That was it. That was it. Are you fucking kidding me, dude? Guys, I've said it once and I'll say it again. Once you reach a certain point of, like, online prominence, it doesn't matter how clean you keep your nose. People will find a way to justify attacking you over a cough, all right? If you keep your nose too clean, they'll start lowering the bar of what they can attack you for. Like, they'll start lowering the bar of what is considered like an action worthy of massive amounts of dogpiling and cancellation. You know, the longer you give them of not doing anything too crazy. Yeah, and it's like, it's crazy though, because the more often you do cancel worthy stuff, the higher the bar gets raised, the worse of a thing you have to do to actually legit really get canceled, you know? Like Destiny, I feel like he's just constantly inoculating himself from getting canceled with little mini cancellations. But somebody like Matt Pat, you know, he's like stayed away from cancellation so much that sneezing in the wrong direction, sneezing the wrong way will get his ass canceled on Twitter, it seems like. Yeah. Saying didn't brush his teeth, canceled. All right, listen. This is his apology video. It's called Stop the FNAF ARG Hunt. I personally don't think he should have made this video. That last video he made was completely fine. Everybody who was bitching about it is a complete pussy. I'm sorry, there was nothing wrong with that. There really was. There was nothing wrong with that. Stop saying it like FNAF. It's FNAF. FNAF? No, it's FNAF. Fuck you.
Hello, Internet! Welcome to the couch video that I never expected that we'd have to make. I am literally headed out the door into the airport in like 45 minutes, but I felt like I needed to sit down on the couch and address a very important issue that I've seen come up in the last 48 hours. I guess by the time this video goes live, might be closer to 72. We're going to try to get this out the door as fast as possible. But anyway, very recently, since our last episode, a few days ago, we posted this. The latest episode about our good old buddy FNAF, discussing the latest book in the series, Felix the Shark. Not a particularly great book, but also not the worst in the series. Looking through this book, we found several details that I thought were pretty darn interesting. Clues that seem to be pointing towards the existence of some sort of FNAF ARG that never got off the ground.
Yeah, he looks frazzled. He's sweating.
Out there in the ether that no one had actually stumbled across yet. So in that video, I asked you, the FNAF fan base and fellow theorists, to look into the game files of the FNAF 3 mobile game port, because that was explicitly mentioned in the novel. Or
how sweaty
to
he
the
is.
locals of towns that were mentioned in the book itself to let us know if we had maybe missed something about the geography of these local towns. At least that was my intention in making this video. I mean, ARGs happen all the time, and we've covered them before in episodes like the Inscription series or Wilbur, so it's ARG, so why?
Like, this is not like he has nothing to explain himself for here. He really doesn't.
Would this one be any different? Over the years, you, as the community, have dug up all kinds of clues for us, and so I was hoping, hey, our collective hive mind would be able to do it again. I figured that people who knew the history of the franchise and this channel would act in a safe and responsible way when it came to looking into something like this. And admittedly, millions of you did. There are millions of views on that video, and the vast majority of you either just watched it and kind of let it circulate through your YouTube feed, or, you know, you maybe dug through a couple of game files, whatever. Unfortunately, a few hundred of you, it's hard to gauge the actual numbers of this thing, but whatever the number, was too many. Some people actually called actual places of businesses in the towns that were referenced in the book. According to
Okay,
our subreddit,
so this
one
is
place
what
of
was
business
the
actually
issue.
received enough annoying phone calls that they actually had to shut off their phones. See this? This is me internally screaming right now. Just to be absolutely crystal clear, beyond a reasonable doubt, stop. Please stop. I don't know if you can tell, but I was not expecting this. And honestly, this issue caught all of us off guard. I never wanted or intended anyone to bother real people, and it's never, ever acceptable to harass an individual or a place of business. Period. End of story. And here's the thing.
Okay. All right. Okay. We talked earlier about the responsibility that content creators have with their messaging on their platform and having a large audience, so I don't want to contradict that here. But I feel like this is the opposite end of the spectrum, right? I feel like this is the extent where, like, okay, there's a certain point where you can't really realistically control your entire audience, okay? When your entire channel is based on the idea of, like, poring over videos, game files, and books to find small details and make theories, and you, like, ask your audience for help with that, I think it's reasonable to be able to do that and expect your audience to not then go and, like, dig through those books, find a business, and start spamming that business with calls and force them to, like, shut down or whatever. Like, I think it's reasonable for him to expect his audience wouldn't have done something that goddamn insane. So, considering that's never happened before, but Jesus Christ. But yeah, he said, help me solve this mystery. It is reasonable to assume that people won't be fucking weird about it. Yeah, like, it's nothing like this has ever happened in the past, from what I can tell. Like, it seems like his community and his subreddit have always been, like, a fairly responsible, theorizing community, I guess.
Don't think most of you were intending this, even if you were calling these places up. But consider this. You are a single person researching an online mystery, but if, say, 100 other people researching that same online mystery all call the same phone number asking the exact same question, yeah, that's going to get bad in a hurry. So this is me formally saying to those business owners, those members of the community, individuals who may have felt harassed or burned by this, I am sorry. I am so sorry.
Yeah, I'll say they definitely deserve an apology. And I guess Matt Pat would be the best person to give it, because he's sort of like the face of what happened, but like, the people who actually owe them an apology would really be the people who are spamming them with calls. Though, another call with an apology is the last thing they want.
Sorry, it was never my intention to cause issues for people or businesses. And again, to the loyal theorists watching this video, stop. Cannot make that clear enough. I appreciate your enthusiasm, but this is not the way to do things. It is never acceptable to call someone or their place of business to look for lore in a video game.
True, don't
and
do
never,
that.
ever
Don't
post
do it.
addresses or phone numbers, even for publicly listed businesses. It's just not appropriate. And as someone who's had to endure that level of harassment in the past, it is not something that I would ever wish on anyone. It's totally inappropriate for anyone, but especially this community, the game theorist community, which I consider to be smart and respectful. So even if you mean well, just stop. I appreciate it, but now is the time to call this one off. So now that we've got the most important message out there into the universe, I want to lay a few solutions for the future, because just addressing the issue here doesn't really get down to the root of the problem or how we can prevent this moving forward. Because here's the thing, I love ARGs. You clearly love ARGs. They are some of the most fun content that we get to cover on these channels. I mean, even Food Theory got itself a freaking ARG with Omega Mart, and we are going to keep covering them like we've done many times in the past with Inscription and Fortnite. This whole time, I keep asking myself, what happened here? If we had done an episode on the Gravity Falls ARG back when that was still going on, which I even call out in the video in question, would things have been different? Because that Gravity Falls ARG also required people to share clues online and act as a global community. It required them to go to real-world locations to find real-world treasure. And let's be honest, if anything, ARGs are becoming more mainstream, because everything from classic science fiction to sitcom seems like it has an ARG coming out. We, as a set of channels whose whole shtick is to talk about mysteries in video games, TV, and movies, need to be able to discuss these sorts of things happening in the media around us. That's when the solution hit me. There's no protocol in place. We've never been taught officially the rules and etiquette of doing an ARG, a puzzle that crosses from the online world into the real world. And this FNAF ARG just wound up being the first one that a lot of you were exposed to. And hopefully, maybe you just weren't aware of the etiquette of solving these sorts of puzzles. Etiquette that is built in with the express purpose of avoiding these sorts of problems that happen when the internet and the real world collide. There are great ways to make ARGs, but there are equally great ways to solving ARGs. So how do we move forward in a safe way? Education, talking openly about this, and just coming up with a written list of stuff that we all just have an inherent understanding that we follow. I honestly think that the vast majority of people out there who are calling up places of business or looking for clues in real life were doing so earnestly. They had no ill intent. They were just not realizing that this was out of bounds to call a place of business and ask them about a video game. It was wrong, but that's a far cry from malicious. They didn't know the rules of these sorts of games, so I want to make it very clear that if and when we reference ARGs on the channel, that there is going to be a clear set of guidelines that every single person should be aware of and follow. I'll actually reference this video many times if we ever do something like this in the future. We've never had this sort of issue come up in the past, but now that it's here, it's time that we move forward as responsible human beings. We set expectations for ourselves.
I respect that. I respect that he was able to turn this video into something that was like a little more useful, you know? Like, hey, my community, a lot of you are pretty young. You probably haven't really done an ARG before, or really like, you probably don't know the etiquette of what you're supposed to do when you do something like an ARG. Yeah, I'm glad that he turned it into sort of like a PSA for his audience in a way. So it wasn't just like a, you know, as Sean had said, a head-ass YouTuber apology.
Our community, and hopefully for the wider internet. And I'm doing this right here on the channel instead of posting this as a bulleted list on Reddit or on Twitter, mostly because I want to make sure that all of you who saw that original video have the best shot possible of seeing this video as well. To make it very clear that our first priority as an online community, as theorists and as puzzle solvers, is to act safely and responsibly. And if you think that we've missed anything here, like I said, we kind of rushed through this, everyone on the team kind of brainstormed this very quickly, but please put it down in the comments. We'll add it to the official list. First, and absolutely most importantly, never, ever, ever publish someone's private information online.
True.
Even if you think there's the slightest, remotest possibility that it could be associated with an ARG. That is called doxing, and it is probably the biggest internet-wide no-no, period. End of story. Spoiler alert, there are going to be no clues in there. Rule 2, and associated with that last point, stick to publicly available information. No hacking or uncovering something that involves accessing private information about a person or business. I know, it's exciting. ARGs feel like this big, exciting mystery, and it's like, I'm living out my hacker fantasies. But remember, they are games that are meant to be played with the public, so keep them in the public sphere. Rule number 3, some ARGs, including very famous ones like the Gravity Falls ARG, will require you to go to real-world locations, or some representative of your puzzle-solving team to go to a real-world location. These will almost always, in fact, they should always be public spaces, and places that do not require you to interact with a person, go onto any private property.
I've never done an ARG before, but this almost seems disrespectful to say, like, to make a comparison to, but I guess it's like the closest that I can really draw here. But when many of you guys are probably familiar with Etika's suicide, the YouTuber live streamer Etika. He streamed on Twitch for a very long time, but towards the end he streamed it on YouTube because Twitch banned him, and YouTube was the only place that would have him at that point. And when he went missing, because he went missing for a couple days, it was 3 days actually, 3 agonizingly long fucking days he was missing. Now, I was a massive Etika fan, especially because at the time I was a very avid 2B2T player, and 2 of my favorite things, 2B2T, the Minecraft server, and Etika, had just crossed over. Etika had just joined 2B2T and become a player on there. That, you know, like a couple weeks before his death. So I was watching Etika more than I ever was at that time, and I was more invested in his community and whatnot more than I ever was at that time. In fact, If you go to Etika's Twitter account right now and you scroll back a bit, you'll see a 2B2T meme, a 2B2T / Avengers Endgame meme I made under the name PigPuncher368 on Reddit that he posted and said he really liked. So I was actually like, sometimes unironically when I like see like an Etika Memories post and I get like a little emotional about it, I'll go look at that and I'll be like, I'm glad Etika liked my meme. I'm glad he liked the meme that I made. It took me like 2 minutes to make in Photoshop, but he fucking liked it, and that makes me a little happy. But when he was missing for those 3 long agonizing days, I was in this Discord server, couple actually, but the main one I spent most of my time in was this Find Etika Discord server, and we spent a lot of time in like the VC, like going over like the video that he posted, and we managed to find out what streets he was on, what path he took, and exactly where he was when the video ended, which is the last place he was seen, so to say. And some people from the Discord that lived in New York were going around searching for him.
Welcome to capitalism.
My parents at that same time were just about to go on a trip to New York. The day before Etika went missing, they left for their trip. And I chose not to go with them. Had I chose to go with them, I would have 100 million% joined the people in the Find Etika Discord that were like walking around the area that he had been last seen trying to find him. Wouldn't have found him, no doubt. But I would have joined them, and that would be, I guess, the closest to something like that you can imagine, where you're like going and meeting people on the internet to search for someone or something. Yeah, like the most dark and sad ARG imaginable. But yeah, I didn't end up being able to do that, but I would have. I definitely would have. There's no way if I was in New York, if like the stars had aligned to the point that I would have been in New York when that happened, that I would have been able to like not go looking. I would have felt like super guilty, or like super like that pit in your stomach feeling, and I wouldn't be able to sleep or eat or focus on anything if I wasn't like meeting up with those people and, you know, doing something. Because I literally spent that whole time that he was missing, I didn't sleep, I barely ate, because I was super worried. You know, I like this content creator, I think he's a cool guy, I don't want him to be dead. And I was watching this Lookner guy, I think his name was, this like live streamer dude who was just doing live coverage of any information that came out about like the search for him. And I was there watching live when it came out that they'd found his body. And I basically spent 3 straight days watching that stream. And I got like a wink of sleep when he did. Because if he wasn't doing live coverage, then what was the point of being awake? So I went back. I'd sleep for a bit when he ended his thing. And he'd schedule the next one as soon as he ended it, so I'd get the next one ready, like up, and I'd turn up the volume really loud, so I'd wake up as soon as it started, and I'd wake up as soon as it started, like 6 hours later, 4 hours later, and I'd get right back on it. I'd be back at my computer drinking coffee and making sure that I'm awake, following every little detail. I remember there was like, Keemstar tweeted something about Etika's monitors being missing from his apartment, and I remember thinking, oh my god, maybe he's okay, maybe he like ran off somewhere, because like apparently his Switch and some monitors were missing from his apartment. Like, unfortunately, Keemstar was one of the few sources of information that there was back then. But yeah, god, what a shit show that was. I took like a whole month off of streaming around that time, if I remember correctly. I was super depressed after Etika died. But yeah, alright. Anyway, listen, ARG stuff, and if you're gonna meet with somebody on the internet or meet with a group of people on the internet to go like looking for stuff, if like whether it be something like what I described or an ARG, be very careful. Don't dox people. Don't go calling actual real life businesses. Don't, for the love of God, be extremely cautious when you're meeting real life people. Meet in a public place with lots of people that's not seedy or shady. Make it safe. Do obvious things you can do to make a meetup like that safe. And make sure you know who you're talking to and that they are who they say they are before you even meet them in real life. Regardless, though, If you enjoyed this segment, please consider leaving a like if you want to support it, subscribe and ring the bell icon if you want to see more from me on my channel, and of course, if you want to follow me on my social media, it's all linked down below. And if you want to support me financially, you can do so by subscribing, gifting a sub, or donating over on my website. And you can also support me by donating on my YouTube, Twitch, Streamlabs, Stream Elements, or supporting me through Patreon. But with all that said, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and have a good one. All right. That was a good segment. God, I have no breathing through my nose right now. It's very, very difficult. French inhaling mint vape does help, though. Shenanigans, thank you for the $20 donation. Says, my friend Kevin got accused of bringing a bomb to high school when he was working on the robotics club robot. Literally next day, same day, he was confronted by the school staff. He was wearing a Mario bomb tee. Oh, no. Oh, no. One of those bomb things from Mario was on his t-shirt when the staff confronted him. Oh, no. Oh, that sucks a massive cock. I'm so sorry. To your friend. Tell Kevin I said sorry, Shenanigans. Thank you for the $20, though. That's extremely generous. I really appreciate it. Burry Doof, thank you for the $10 donation. Very kind. Says, I'm baked as fuck and want to spread the vibes. You know what? I'll hit my vape as well so you can spread those vibes. Thank you for the $10. Very kind. Puts us at $70 in the dono goal. Mr. Krabs, thank you for the $2 super chat. Says, any Oilers want to help Cherry and Zan to eat some food tonight? Hell yeah. Breathe through your ears. Thank you for the advice, Cirrus. Have you been considering picking up Classic WoW TBC before Wrath of the Lich King comes out? I've reached max level. I've almost got all of my rating bis. And frankly, I just need to run some heroic dungeons with people, and I got no one to play with. I got no one to play with, Cirrus. I'm in Nox and Kuro, and there's cool people in there and all, but not all of them are down to do heroic dungeons. I just got tired of TBC Classic. Will you return for Waddle K? You down to level in Waddle K? Because I'm max level. I'm finally going to be like on the neck and neck, you know? We'll be able to level through Waddle K if you're down to come back for it. Waddle K is the best WoW expansion. That's what everyone says. Waddle K is like crack. Damn, really, sir? It's not... Waddle K made me quit back in the day? Really? Damn, Waddle K is what I'm excited for. Well, I guess if you're going to stick in Vanilla Classic, then you do you. But I think I'll probably play Waddle K, get that character all the way to the end of it. And I don't know if I'm going to play Cataclysm. I'll have to see whether or not like I end up really enjoying WoW, you know? Like if I end up really enjoying it, then yeah. We could play Fortnite. Honestly, Cirrus, the game that's on the horizon that you should get excited for is Minecraft. This year, for the 12 Days of Christmas Minecraft modded server thing that I'm going to do, I'm going to be paying a Minecraft modder to update the 12 Days of Christmas mod that we played with last year and all the years before to Minecraft 1.19. I'm also going to get them to update the resource pack to 1.19. Then we're going to make a mod pack, which will be available on the Forge thing, like where you can get your mod packs for Minecraft. And you'll be able to download it and just join the server, simple as that. And the server will have like the built-in thing to add the texture pack. So the texture pack will be updated, the mod will be updated, there'll be new updated mods and the new Minecraft features. And yeah, has anyone actually liked the Warden? Wait, why are we playing any other game when the new Minecraft update came out? Did they actually add the Warden and like the Deep Dark and all of the crazy shit with this new update? Because this is the, if so, this is the update that I've been waiting for. Yeah? Holy shit, we should start our Minecraft, our fucking Minecraft hardcore thing. Hightail? Oh yeah, definitely Hightail. Here's the thing though. I don't know yet how compatible Hightail's story and basic like campaign gameplay, I don't know how compatible it is with a big server on your first playthrough. Like, cause either it could be like having more players is fantastic. Like, it's like Terraria, and it just, everything scales up, and it's fantastic to do with lots of players. Maybe a lot of the content is replayable, like the dungeons are replayable, and having more players just means the world is more populated and more alive. If so, then I plan to bring as many people as possible into my Hightail like server when we start that. Like, I'm going to bring in everybody. I'm going to be streaming it for 48 hours straight. I'm going to have TTS on, except for cutscenes. I'm going to have to figure out a hotkey to turn on and off TTS. It is going to be fucking nuts. And for about, I think, 3 hours until the game launches, we're going to do an extravaganza, a nostalgia trip. We go from the very first Minecraft video I ever watched all the way over all the nostalgic Minecraft like music videos and classic machinima videos and stuff, all like the classic like crazy stuff that is nostalgic about being a Minecraft player, all the way up to the Hightail stuff, and then Hightail will release, and then we will play it for 48 fucking hours straight, and I'm going to stream it for 48 fucking hours straight if I can. If I have to sleep, it'll work. I did a 2-week-long stream, my guy. Listen, Cirrus, if you want to compete, if you want to do a subathon for when Hightail comes out, if you want to do a subathon competition, the Xanderhal versus Cirrus subathon competition, I am down. I will keep my stream going when Hightail from the about 3 hours to 5 hours before Hightail drops onwards. I will fucking better hope you don't say a slur in your sleep. Listen, the C slur is the only slur I say in my sleep. Cunt. Because I hate women. And white people. I'm getting quite zooted, chat. Chat, I gotta be honest, I don't ever clip. You guys mean that when you say clipped, you aren't actually clipping it? EDP is not back. Yes, he is, Lil Medea. What are you vaping? Watermelon gelato. THC. One Piece 34, thank you for the $5. Says Link, hey Zan, can you react to this meme or pretty funny? Also, let chat see it or else you will be a white realm. Or you'll be sent to the white realm. Thank you for the $5. I'll check out the video. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Let's see what it is. Is it a funny meme?
We found a way to get into Eggman's base, but only someone with sonic speed could make it through.
Then it's hopeless. Sonic is gone.
Hey guys, I found Sonic.
Really?
Yeah, here he is.
Hi, everybody. What the hell is that?
It's Sonic.
No, it isn't.
Is this the guy from the movie?
No, he's the real thing. Tell him, Sonic.
Yeah, gotta eat chili dogs. Did I say that right?
Sonic hasn't sounded like that since the 90s.
Seems legit to me.
Where'd you even find this guy? Craigslist zone?
Focus, guys. We need someone to break into Eggman's base.
Sonic's right here.
Shut up. Get that thing out of here.
Wow, rude. Come on, Sonic. We'll find somewhere you're wanted.
Way past uncool.
Well, that was weird.
I'm just gonna pretend it didn't happen.
Anyway, if we need someone with Sonic speed for our plan, perhaps we could get Shadow to help.
But how are we gonna find him?
Hey guys, I found Shadow.
I must avenge Mario.
That was weird.
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Shut up. Shut up. You're cringe. All right. What if I just spoiled the newest episode of Better Call Saul for all of you? Because YouTube just did it for me right now. How in God's name did EDP return? No, it can't be possible. Well... trying to find his new channel. I think it was like EDP the Goat or something like that. Here, Review Tech USA. Review Tech USA did a video on this. So we'll watch Review Tech USA's video, and that'll be our little supplemental little news dose here. But I've got my commentary about this that I want to give, my reason for why I'm going to talk about this. No, please be lying, please. Nope. 3, 2, 1, action. All right, everybody. So, as you all know, as like a lefty content creator, occasionally I find myself, at the very least, poking fun at rainbow capitalism. That is, the tendency for large corporations, big companies, these big mega corporations to just relabel their brand as having sort of the rainbow flag, the pride flag, and basically giving off this very thin, sort of soulless air of pro-LGBT acceptance as a way of driving up their sales, because they expect more progressive people, and society is getting more progressive, to have more favorable opinions of their brand. And it works. It does. It does work. The only problem is that they don't actually care about these issues. YouTube doesn't actually care. Even if Google and YouTube make their little Pride Month logo on their thing, they don't care that one of the most played ads on YouTube right now is literally an anti-trans hate documentary. I literally got like the What is a Woman ad like 5 times on my TV today while I was cleaning the house. It's fucking insane. Yeah, YouTube does not give a shit about this. They don't give a shit about any of the things that they uphold in their TOS, unless it is getting enough attention, enough negative attention that is being drawn towards YouTube, that it starts to become a threat to them. Because if they begin to go out of their way to act on things that they don't immediately need to act on by law, then all of a sudden, they're setting that precedent that they do that. They're admitting they know that problem exists. Now, in the case of EDP, YouTube has remained quite silent on that issue. They've been pretty goddamn silent. I think they deleted his original channel. Maybe they didn't, but like, goddamn. They've been pretty damn silent about it. And understandably so. It's not really something they tend to talk about when a YouTuber gets exposed as a pedophile. But in this case, it was a pretty big deal. Got a lot of attention. It was on, everyone was talking about it. And EDP has apparently returned to YouTube. He's making content again. He is uploading videos. He's made a new YouTube channel. And YouTube does not seem to give a fuck for exactly the same reasons I just said. So with all that said, let's go ahead and get the lowdown from our boy Review Tech USA and find out what the goddamn deal is.
EDP445 is back on YouTube.
I like Review Tech USA, by the way. You should check out his channel. He's bigger than me, and he's definitely not going to be gaining a lot of subscribers from me shouting him out or anything like that. But, he makes good content. I've been watching him for a long time. I actually originally started watching him from his, PC Master Race dunking on console peasants videos. And I am, of course, a member of the PC Master Race.
YouTube, and he's coming for your cupcakes. Or he's going to try to give your kid a cupcake. Don't let him do it. He shouldn't be back on YouTube. Skip it up and down up. So for those of you who don't know, what is the backstory on EDP445? He used to be actually a pretty successful YouTuber with millions of subscribers, and then he got caught in a vigilante child predator sting operation where he was talking to what he thought was a 13-year-old decoy. He sent plenty of wonderful pictures, including one of his bowel movements. Then he went to meet said 13-year-old who was just a decoy. There was no actual 13-year-old, and it was, like I said, a sting operation. Predator poachers, CC unit was there. We know the whole story about the predator poachers. They're not great people. But needless to say, EDP445 admitted to everything. He knew he was coming to meet a 13-year-old. He knew what he was coming to meet a 13-year-old for. It doesn't matter that in the court of law, because of the clowns behind the vigilante sting, that nothing happened to you, EDP, in terms legally, you still admitted to it. I am against the court of public opinion, but when it comes out of your mouth that, yes, I was sending pictures to who I thought was a 13-year-old. Yes, I came here to meet what I thought was a 13-year-old to do terrible things to. It doesn't matter that if you went to court or not, Chief. Yes, you are a free man, but you, out of your own mouth, admitted that you came to do terrible things. It's that simple. There's no other way around it. Well, EDP445 has tried on many different platforms since he got caught doing what he was trying to do to have some kind of relevance. He has been on, you name it, he's been on that platform. He's been on TikTok. He's been everywhere you could think of. And now, guess what? He's back on YouTube, and he has a new YouTube channel. I'll have it linked below in the description, which that means he is manovating, and he's trying to rebuild an audience. And on top of
Is
it,
it still up?
Yes, it's a.
Let's find out if it's still up. That's his live stream channel.
EDP.
Yep, here it is. This is ZDP's new channel. 10.2k subscribers, averaging about 10 to 20k views a video, and uploading about 2 videos a day to 1 video a day. So at this size and with these views, he's already making a pretty substantial living if he's already gotten YouTube partner. Yeah, these are good numbers. He's like making a living wage from YouTube doing this probably, if he's uploading this much and getting these numbers consistently, especially for such short, low-effort videos. Yeah, that's sad. Fuck humanity. Well, here's the thing, though. YouTube doesn't need to do anything about this unless people make a big enough deal. If they do, then they can just take down his channel and say, oh, thanks for letting us know, guys. But if it doesn't end up being a big enough deal for it actually to hurt them, they can pretend like they don't hear us. They can pretend like they don't know. They can keep on making whatever small portion of money in the grand scheme of things they make from his channel, because at the end of the day, YouTube does operate at a loss for Google, and Google is willing to slurp up every cent they can from YouTube to make it not a money hole. And yeah, it's pursuit of financial gain through and through. Shouldn't surprise you. I mean, we are talking about Google here, right? This is what they do with Call for an Uprising. Call just keeps making dummy channels. Yeah, people like that will just keep on making throwaway accounts, and unless they're big enough that enough people are able to constantly make a big deal about their alt accounts to get them banned over and over again, it just won't be enough. Now, here's where I want to segue into a completely different drama that is also related, and that is a drama involving an individual named the Act Man. The Act Man. Now, I have a confession to make. I do not like the Act Man. All right? For political reasons. I've covered several of his videos in the past, and I don't like his political opinions. I think they're quite stupid. I think they're quite misinformed. And in some cases, I think some of the messaging that he's engaged in has been directly harmful. However, in the grand scheme of things, my disagreements with him are small. And admittedly, most of his content is apolitical, harmless gaming review and gaming analysis content. However, a recent drama occurred in which he did a 2-part, or I guess one documentary followed by another, documentary on an individual by the name of Quantum TV. Quantum TV is just a massive piece of shit. I could go down the laundry list of things about this guy that are, just deserving of condemnation. The biggest and most, like a paid attention to at least aspect of his personality, though, is his tendency to feel as though any video that criticizes him, bruises his ego enough that he feels that he can falsely copyright strike it if it contains anything from any of his own content. In some cases, I think he's abused the copyright system to take down videos that just talk about him. And it's been known that he does this. The Act Man did a video on Quantum TV exposing him. It was brought to the eyes of millions of people. Twitter and YouTube and everywhere else was aflame, demanding that YouTube ban Quantum TV, who has seemed to have this weird immunity to YouTube's TOS, who's been able to, avoid punishments for just proudly and smugly breaking YouTube rules and getting away with it and making shit tons of money doing it. And that's what the Act Man called out. And in response to that, YouTube took down the Act Man's second documentary with a false strike. And that was yesterday. And followed that up with the day after they false striked his video about it, they proceed to... Here, let me find the right tweet. Here it is. My YouTube partner just reached out to inform me that at some point I will be removed from the YouTube Partner Program and my channel will be completely demonetized. I'm going to continue working with my partner on this matter. All my video plans will be put on hold. If you wish to share your feedback and thoughts on this whole matter, please do so in constructive, responsible ways. I hope something good is waiting for me and the YouTube community at the end of this. So, while I admit that some of the Act Man's content that he's made in the past could, questionably be considered TOS, he's certainly not broken enough TOS to actually, get punished to this degree, certainly. So I don't even think this is one of those scenarios where it's like, oh, well, he deserved the ban, just not for this reason. I don't even think he deserved anything close to this. I don't even think he deserved a strike in the first place. This is very obviously YouTube not just ignoring people's calls for them to take action against somebody who's doing bad on their platform, but actively punishing large YouTubers who make a fuss about it to keep them quiet so that YouTube doesn't have to do more work. It's actually insane. Act Man's family is getting doxxed by Quantum TV's fans as well. Yeah, Quantum TV's fans are like Kiwi Farm's tier degenerate. It's legitimately insane. The tier that this guy is willing to stoop down to. And the fact that YouTube is unwilling to ban him and even ban people and demonetize people that dare criticize him or ask YouTube to take action against him. YouTube has several times denied requests to ban Quantum TV. Quantum TV will just take down any video where he breaks the rules before he can, get banned for it, even though YouTube claims that and has striked me in the past for videos I've taken down and deleted, and yet Quantum TV gets away with it. It seems like the guy has some kind of magical immunity, and that's part of what makes him so hateable. And the way the Act Man has been treated here just layers it on. The fact that EDP has come back to YouTube, he's been on the platform for days now, and everybody knows about it, has been making a big deal about it, and YouTube hasn't done anything about it. And the fact that Act Man has been calling out somebody like Quantum TV, who is openly breaking TOS in the most vitriolic and obvious, smug and proud ways constantly, and that YouTube would have the goal to shut down the people criticizing that person, demonstrates to me the thing that I've been saying to you all for so long. These corporations are extremely disingenuous. Never, ever, 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 ever fall for the rainbow flags and the branding and everything. Look at it for what it is. A soulless attempt to get you to buy. However, it does have the effect of normalizing LGBT people in society. You have to weigh that, though, And consider, if you're going to praise it, you have to also consider what its intent is and the fact that you would be playing into, as Ermberger34 said in chat, a corporation's specifically, a corporate marketing team's specific strategy to make you consume. And it is working. So, yeah. Don't cause a moral panic over it like conservatives do, but look at it incredulously, you know? Recognize the good, but don't praise it. Yeah, very, very good take, Cirrus. Very good take. That's a good way to word it. Couldn't have said it better myself. Anyway, with all that said, fuck YouTube. In fact, I want to hear your opinions on all of this in the comments down below. Whoever has the best take on it, I will pin your comment and give it a heart so that you appear at the very top of the comment section. With all that said, thank you all so much for watching today. If you enjoyed, please leave a like. It helps the channel a lot more than you even realize. It is not just a hollow gesture. YouTube does boost my channel in the algorithm and the video in the algorithm when you do that. Every single like literally statistically does help the stream and any video that you like. And of course, if you want to see more from me on the internet, you can follow my social medias, subscribe, and ring the bell icon if you haven't already, so YouTube actually tells you when I go live or upload anything new. And you can also support me financially by donating, subscribing, or gifting a sub on my website, xanderhal.com/live, or supporting me financially through YouTube, Twitch, Streamlabs, Stream Elements, or Patreon. With all that said, thank you so much for watching, and have a good one. What a good segment. While his Patreon has grown to near 3,000, which would be about what you expect from his channel size, but considering that his many videos were in the millions, which would have earned him more than 3,000, has certainly overall harmed him financially. That, unless his Patreon gets 10,000, which will make his channel. I don't know who you're talking about, Larry Banks. Huh. My stomach's itchy. Would you rather be from Ohio or be a dictator? Be a dictator. Even one of the dictators that gets killed in the end. Who wants to live in Ohio? Who wants to be from Ohio? Can you imagine? At least I got to be born in a state that fucking matters. Like Florida. And now I live in a state that matters. Like California. Honestly, the two most matter states are probably Florida and California. Actually, no. New York, California, then Florida. Those are the three biggest, like most known, and those are the three main character states. Like Alaska, too. Alaska, New York, California, and Florida. Those are the main character states. Nope, not Nevada. You want to know why those are main character states? Because any European knows those states. You ask a European, name an American state. They can name New York, California, Alaska, Texas, or Florida. Texas too, to be fair. Texas is also one. I'll add Texas, 5. We'll get 5 out of 50. Nice even number. 5 main characters. Those are the 5 main characters. Alaska, New York, California, Texas, and Florida. God, can you imagine what a good, if you could personify those states, what a good cast of characters that would be? Like, Florida is super crazy and redneck. Texas is like a, militant, gun-toting, hard red redneck. California is super liberal and smug. New York is like super ivory tower, high horsey, left wing, and Alaska's Alaska conservative, and they're just all constantly at odds with each other. That would be a good character dynamic, I feel like. All right, my nose needs to chill the fuck out. Not Alabama, no. Okay. I'm gonna hit it. I'm gonna get it in the basket. Let's go! First try. Europe doesn't exist, though. Don't tell me Big Europe fooled you too, Zan. That's true. Europe isn't real. All right. Chat, do you know what time it is? All right. Stream title's been changed. It is time for Minecraft. Mind Chrissy. Mind Chrissy. Oh my god. Mind Chrissy. You want to play some Mind Chrissy, chat? We're gonna get that word nussy. Oh my god, I need to change my stream title. Actually, no. We'll make that the title of the next stream. Make sure the next time we do Minecraft, which will probably be tomorrow, that I title it The Hunt for the Warden Nussy. Minecraft Hardcore. Java and Bedrock are now together on PC. Tuesday, June 7th, 2022. Create, Explore, Survive, Repeat. Get Minecraft Java Edition and Bedrock Edition as a package deal for Windows. And even more exciting, this means if you already owned one of the games, now you also own the other. Oh. Fucking awesome. Okay, cool. Yeah, that's what we needed. Just fucking make it so if you have one, you have the other. Christ. Alright. Latest release. Should we play with vanilla textures or with like a resource pack? I feel like we should get a resource pack. I'm sure there's been one made so far, right? .19 resource packs. Bare Bones is a popular Minecraft texture pack that was initially created in 2017. Continues to see critical acclaim, high reviews for many gamers. Bare Bones looks interesting. Is that like the one that's supposed to be based off of the Minecraft like trailer art style? Oh, that one looks cool. Oh, that's dope. Well, yeah, I like this texture pack a lot. Holy fuck, can we get shaders with it too? In modern, have they updated? Has Optifine been updated? I wonder. Let me check. Bet it hasn't. It's been like fucking 2 days. There's no way Optifine's updated. There's no way. There's no way. Yeah, it hasn't. Okay, so no shaders. Not yet, at least. Yeah, okay. They got a 1.19 version of the resource pack, at least, though. 404. Are you shitting me? It's not real? Huh. Okay, no resource packs out yet, it looks like. Well, when they do release resource packs for it, we will get on the resource packs. Holy shit. Whoa. Yeah, my video did go out. Holy shit. That's weird. It's never happened for no reason before. Properties, deactivate, activate. There we go. Yay, it turned off all of the filters. Not filters, but at least the settings to make the camera work properly. Hold on a second. We're going to turn the exposure to this. Autofocus off. Turn up the gain a bit. Should look good. White balance, auto white balance on, apply. Okay, and we're good. Okay, there we go. All right. We're back. We're back and we're looking good. We're back and we're looking good. That's good. All right. Whoa. That's really weird. Okay. I guess I have to do that? Okay. Interesting. So if I create a new world here... Okay. Sorry, it's just weird how they do the new world... I'm just exploring the menu right now. It's weird how they do the new world thing. I created a new world just to test, like, how it'll look, but it's not the one we're going to play, because I'm going to do hardcore, don't worry. Oh, what seed should we use? What seed should we use? We need an interesting seed. If you guys find one that's actually, like, a good seed... Oh, yeah, and the performance is pretty damn good, too. Especially for me streaming. This is not bad. This is some good performance. Okay, good. Alright. Let's switch screens. There we go. And game. We'll get that out of there. Properties. Minecraft 1.19. Ba-boom. And here we are, chat. Alright. What's a good seed? I don't know. I don't know any good seeds. I need you guys to tell me. Delete that test world. Create a new one. What should we name it? Hunting Wardenacy. And then we put it on heart. Oh. There we go. And then for the seed, Wardenacy. Please. Maybe all one word. Wardenacy, please. That's what we're gonna call it. Wardenacy, please. That'll be the seed. If you want to play on my world, it'll be Minecraft 1.19 on Wardenacy, please. Is the seed. All right, let's create a new world. Let's see what the deal is with this Minecraft 1.19. I don't even know what they added to the game. But we're gonna find out. Is it going to be a whole new game? Will I fall in love with Minecraft again? We're going to find out. This time on Dragon Ball Z. We're in. I will say, off the bat, the first thing I'm noticing is the frame rate and the performance is fantastic. This is the smoothest... Hi there, lava. This is the smoothest I've felt Minecraft run vanilla since, like, really old Minecraft when the game was ridiculously simple. And my PC was actually, like, overpowered for it. Because the game was so primitive. We're in quite the open area, too, so this is a nice spot. I don't know if we want to build here, though. Oh, what the fuck? Oh, there it is, okay. One Piece 34, thank you for the $5. I really appreciate that. By the way, I'm going to be setting up TTS and getting, like, a lot more of the back end of my streams sorted out in the coming days. So I do plan to do a lot more TTS gaming streams in the future where, like, you know, I'm playing the game, and then you guys get to, like, donate through a certain source. And when you do that, as long as your donation is, like, a minimum of a certain amount, your donation message will be read out by, like, a robot lady voice. Would you guys like that? I think that would be, like, a better way to do most of my gaming streams. Especially because it would be, like, I can hear static in my right ear. I'll unplug my mic and plug it back in a second. I cannot wait to get that new microphone. There is a permanent static that is always there, but hopefully that helped with whatever, you know, uptick there might have been. We are currently trying to save up for a new microphone, so hopefully those of you in chat that are feeling generous will be able to contribute. One Piece 34, thank you for the $5. I appreciate that. Very kind of you, my friend. Says, Zan, you still haven't finished this video. Link, when vibing and game. I will watch the trailer, but we gotta hit that dono goal. I said One Piece, but thank you for the $5. We're getting closer. We're at $80 now. Alright. We gotta quick grind, make our tools. I haven't played Minecraft in a hot minute, so I'm a little bit clumsy on the controls, I admit. My crafting isn't as fast as it used to be. I used to be a goddamn speed demon. Getting into a Minecraft server, just chopping up that tree, getting that stone, making my first tools. Nothing. There's nothing to me. Absolutely goddamn nothing. I could do it with my dick tied behind my back. Yeah. Yeah. I landed that. That was perfect delivery. I'm a pro comedian. One Piece 34, thank you for the extra 5. Very kind. Says no, it wasn't. No, it Hank. Wait. No, it Hank isn't hero video, not the Sonic one. Oh, it's the Hank isn't a hero one. Okay, well, thank you for the $5. I'll watch it really fast. No, wait, no. That's too long for us to do while we're gaming. Come on, we're vibing. I'm sorry, One Piece. You gotta chill with that. You can't drop a 9-minute video while we're doing gaming. Come on, like, we're trying to raise money for a microphone, homie. People don't want to watch me watch that video. They want to watch Minecraft. Bitches love Minecraft. And if you disagree, point to one bitch that doesn't love Minecraft. They all love it. Alright, sheep. I'm sorry, but I need to be able to skip the night. I know. Oh, it sucks, doesn't it? Oh, that sucks a massive cock, doesn't it? Oh, isn't that just a crying shame? Yeah, I'm really sorry about that. Oh, that's just a real sad way to die. Oh, we can go to the end, or to the nether. Hey, we find some iron, we can make ourselves a nether portal right off the rip if we want to. Should we do that? Should we do the degen speedrunner nether portal strategy? I guess it can't hurt. Like, if I am a pro Minecraft player, maybe I should play it like a pro. It just kind of sequence breaking the game a little bit. No, don't. Should I do like a proper Minecraft playthrough for the new update on hardcore? Like play it more or less the way the game is intended to be played? I want to know what you guys think. You guys are truly the arbiters of what I do here. Nose itchy. No, it's a Warden speedrun. Donating $500 to get Dream to guide me through speedrunning Minecraft. I wish. Imagine the views. Become the one Dream orbiter who's like the big politics guy. Imagine. My nose is really giving me a hard time. I'm gonna be getting a haircut maybe tonight. It might be too late. I'm already feeling kind of tired, so maybe not tonight. I might take tomorrow off and get my haircut and dealt with tomorrow. Do a bit of a beard trim and then wax my nostrils because holy shit, do I need to deal with basically my entire head. You know, basically I got shit to deal with on my entire head. And I need to get therapy. Well, not therapy, but I gotta get my prescription for my ADHD stuff. Once I get on that ADHD medication, it's over for these hoes. Maybe I could use therapy, though. Could be helpful. You know that, like, thing where your, like, ball sack just gets, like, you know, just kind of, like, gets nice and shriveled up for a second when you're scared? That just happened. All I could see was death, and there was nothing I could do but just commit and hope it goes well for me. Jesus Christ. That was terrifying. What do you think the Ender Dragon smells like? New car smell. I don't know why, but I feel like the Aether smells like Dawn dish soap. Like the Aether mod. I feel like if I were in the Aether, it would smell like Dawn dish soap. I feel like normal Minecraft smells like outside, I guess. And I feel like the Ender Dragon in the end probably smells like new car smell. And when I imagine what the Nether smells like, I imagine like a really good wood fire barbecue. Like, have you ever like been able to smell if there's like someone smoking pork or something around the corner or across the street? Like, that's what I imagine the Nether smelling like. Like a constant, strong smell of, oh, the guy across the street is smoking some ribs or something. Who else agrees? Who else agrees that that's what those dimensions smell like? Okay, these caves are dark. Let's light this shit up. But this cave is a good start to get us a little bit of materials. As long as you don't run into anything too dangerous in here. Okay, cool. This should actually be a good little shelter, honestly. I have a feeling copper is going to annoy the ever-living shit out of me. Oh, wait. This is a back exit. Oh my god. And it all comes back through here. That's so cool. Alright, that's neat. That's a neat little cave structure. I do like what they've done with Minecraft's cave generation with the new update. It definitely seems like an improvement. I think anyone who says it's not an improvement is just lying. It's definitely an improvement. There's no denying that. They've definitely looked at other games that, you know, are going for what Minecraft is going for, saw what they're doing with, like, the terrain generation. I'm sure they also looked at some Minecraft mods as well. And I'm really impressed with the terrain generation so far. I have, from what I've seen of it, it does look pretty damn good. I'll give them that. For Minecraft, that is. Now, if it was Hytale we're talking about, I'd be disappointed, but, you know. If it's Minecraft we're talking about, I'll admit, so far I'm quite impressed. But we haven't even seen the Warden yet. I don't even want to fight the Warden until we have netherite armor and gear, though. Like, what difficulty is the... Well, no, yeah, we're playing hardcore. We gotta be overpowered to fight things like that, yeah. We're gonna have to have netherite for it. Remember, chat, if you ever played Minecraft, you never have enough coal. It's like that one resource in the game where you start to get what you feel like is too much of it, and you stop mining it, but then you get a little further in the game, and you start realizing, holy shit, I need more of this than I realized. I wish I'd been mining it this whole time. So yeah, you never have enough coal. It's always nice to just keep stocking up on more and more coal. You'd be surprised at how often you need it for stuff. Especially in mod packs, like Tekkit. One of my favorite mod packs is Tekkit Classic. And you need coal for a surprising amount of stuff in that. And it's like a steep cost that you don't realize you actually need. Zan, that's when you make a blaze farm and never use coal again? Oh yeah, I guess that's true. We could make a blaze farm and really just go degenerate on it. Oh, sun's going down. That's some good timing. We'll retreat to the back of our cave so we're safe, and we'll go ahead and make ourselves a bed. Start cooking as well. Actually, we shouldn't even make the bed, I don't think. We should, or we shouldn't even sleep yet. There we go. Now we got some food cooking. We'll make a bed. Hopefully I can still diet. But we can sleep and make the day go by. Or make the night go by. First night survived in hardcore mode. You need netherite with protection 4. Regular netherite won't cut it. So you're telling me the Warden is a whole new, like, tier of endgame content. Like, they've added a whole new tier of endgame content to the game is what you're telling me. Like, we really gotta, like, get ourselves geared up to be able to fight that on the hardcore mode. I like what I'm hearing. Okay, that's good. That's what I like to hear. That's what I wanted. Difficulty is good. More content. Late game content. Stuff to do after you've killed the Ender Dragon and you know, stuff to strive for. A reason to play the game. A thing we're actually going out to fight. I like it. The Warden will literally bitch slap you into oblivion. That is what I've heard. I'm really excited to see how strong it really is. Is it easy to cheese though? Like, Minecraft is one of those games where there's not a lot of mobs in the game that are uncheesable. Is the Warden easy to cheese? Punch bow spam, baby? Is it like go up 3 blocks and you're safe? Like, can you just nerd pull up 3 blocks and just jump and hit it and you're good? He'll sonic boom you off a pillar? That's good. Yeah, that's a basic feature they've needed to add to Minecraft for a long time. Like, hey, get off that high structure you're on to stay just out of my hit range. Like, Minecraft just lets you cheat at combat. I'm glad they're actually making it so you can't just cheat at combat now. Like, no, fight the thing. Don't just... Oh, well, there we go. We've gotten a disappointing amount of iron, to say the least. How much copper are we going to need? Is copper going to be like a vital resource, or is it mostly just decorative? If it's decorative, I have a cool idea in mind for it. It's decorative? Do you think I should make the floor or the roof of the house that we're going to make out of copper? Roof. Copper can be used in a lightning rod, which can keep lightning from destroying your base. Floor. You think a copper block floor would be cool? I want to know what you guys prefer. Also, I should probably watch my back so Creeper doesn't just sneak up on me, you know? They tend to do that. Green copper floor? Okay. That sounds interesting. Taking a nice boof. Big old boof. Big old wee boof. One Piece, thank you for the $5 extra. Appreciate it. Says Zan, you should tease chat more to donate for your food, and Cherry needs like food and stuff. Plus, I need the Sonic bat Baldy. I'm dying, lol. I don't know. I just don't like e-begging, dude. Like e-begging is such a like shameless feeling thing to do, but everybody does it, and it's like not even a big deal. So I need to get over it and just do it. But like, yeah, chat, donate. Like actually donate. Like for real. I like, you know, I have to support not only myself and my girlfriend and my cat, but also my editor and very close friend Cherry. Like I have to pay for them to be able to go through college. I have to pay for them to be able to, you know, make sure they can eat and like pay for their living situation. Like I'm not just paying for myself and my girlfriend and my cat. I'm paying for a whole other person as well, you know? So donating helps, you know? It's, you know, like making better content is kind of a money sink, you know? So you guys offering more support, even if it's as simple as just liking the stream or donating, really, really helps. I mean, this is your job, so you're relying on it. E-begging is perfectly reasonable. Yeah, but I'm pretty prideful, and I've never really felt like a dollar asked for is a dollar earned necessarily, at least not. It doesn't feel that way to me when I receive it. Maybe that's different for you, and I'm not saying that's how you ought to feel. If I could change that about myself, you know, with the snap of my fingers, I'd do it in an instant. But it's just not that simple. I've got sort of that pridefulness about me, I suppose. Maybe there's a reason it's a sin. Maybe God was onto something, chat. Maybe that guy knew what he was talking about, bruh. I hear a Zamboni behind me. Is he gonna come eat my asshole? Doesn't look like it. I think we're safe. Where is he? Is he invisible? Oh my god. Our cave is haunted, chat. If it's behind me, I'm gonna lose my mind. Where the fuck is it? Is it like above me? Is there a cave above us? It sounds like it's below us. Oh my god, no way. Are we gonna Nostradamus into a cave right now? I feel like there could be a cave connector down here. I've got a feeling, chat. I feel like it's down here. Oh well, it's not worth it. Free gravel, though. Yeah, it's above us, I bet. I think it's totally above. Yeah, it's above. We don't want to drop monsters on us, though. I shouldn't dig to try to get to monsters, even if there might be iron. Damn it, Zan, I'm downloading Minecraft again because of you. Well, sometimes you get them, sometimes you get got. You know how it is. It do be like that, bestie. Turn on subtitles? Nah. Nah, we don't cheat. We're not cheaters. We don't cheat at the video game. What are you talking about? Listen, alright. Alright, listen. If we're gonna play this, and we're gonna go for the long haul, and we're gonna do the real endgame content, we're gonna have to find the perfect building location, okay? And I mean it. Which means there's gonna have to be a village. At least a village nearby. That we can start our little, you know, slave trade with, you know? A Pillow made a very good point that Minecraft quite literally turns slavery and slave trade into a mechanic. We do a little colonialism. Oh boy, we have found ourselves in the 1.13 aquatic update oceans, haven't we? Mending books are too juicy. We do love a good mending book around here. Wouldn't say no to one of them right now. I'll admit that. I'm enough of a man to admit that. Oh, if only we'd killed some skeletons, we could have a doggy. Hey chat, is the stream freezing or unfreezing for anybody? Works fine for me? Okay, it just seems to be a problem specific to just a couple people. That's good. I'm sorry to the people who are dealing with it, though. I really wish there was something more I could do to help. I recommend refreshing, and if that doesn't work, try deleting all your cookies. And see if that works. Oh my god. Is it me, or has daytime gotten, like, shorter in Minecraft? Good thing, like, realistically, I can just throw down a bed and just sleep in the middle of the day, or in the middle of the, you know, woods, but... Good lord, that went by faster than I thought it usually does. Your brightness is just low? No, it's sunset. It is genuinely sunset. I'm used to playing with shaders, so it'd normally be darker for me. Like, the game's brighter at this time of day than it would normally be for me. Oh wait, I forgot stone axes for sheep. See? Stone axe one-shots a sheep. I'm sorry I killed your parents. Grow up and be big and strong one day. Maybe you'll get revenge. Maybe one day you'll be strong enough to challenge me, little sheep. The sheep finds me one day and it's like, you killed my parents. Prepare to die. Bye. And just fucking boots me off a cliff. Minecraft's a brutal game. It's like Game of Thrones. Hey there, Mr. Sloth2474. Thank you for the raid. I appreciate that. And welcome, raiders. Hopefully you enjoy your time here. We just finished off talking about some intense political topics, so we're just winding down to a little bit of the new Minecraft update. Hopefully you enjoy your time here. Honestly, though, if you want to be part of the real chat and a part of the live experience, you should come to my website, or at the very least the YouTube chat. My Twitch chat is the most dead and not really active chat that I don't really read or pay attention to. So come to xanderhal.com/live and make an account here. This is the chat that you see on screen. It's the chat I actually read. It's really where the community is at. You're not really a part of the Xanderhal community if you're not talking and a part of the Xanderhal.com chat. That's just really where it all is. Oh, I should sleep. I should sleep, or I will die. But at least I got a free iron out of it. What are the chances of getting that free iron from that zombie, though? Unironically. Can I get a free gunpowder? We're gonna need TNT later on, so gunpowder is actually gonna be useful to us. There we go. That's the noise you make when you pick something up in Minecraft. Not quite. Almost. A lot of creepers spawned, huh? A lot of sheep, too. Come here, buddy. Knock back. Knock back. Knock back. You did a pretty good job, not gonna lie. I am a god at Minecraft, okay? You guys don't even know how much of a pro I am, alright? Oh my god. Oh! That would have been death! If it wasn't daytime and I hadn't set him on fire, that would have been death! You need a shield to deal with skeletons, oh my god! Okay, keep in mind, we cannot handle skeletons without cheesing. Or a shield. We do not have it in our moveset at the moment. Oh god. Krogan Poppy, thank you for the for the $10. Thank you very much. Said I keep forgetting I can pay off stuff now. I don't have an income when I didn't have an income when I first discovered you and Cops Hate Mo in 2020. I have the monies now. Thanks for getting me through some rough times. Well, thank you so much for the support. I really appreciate that, Krogan Poppy. Thank you. And I'm glad I was able to get you through some rough times, and hopefully if I can get you through the good times, and hopefully you're going through good times, and if you have any rough times in the future, I'm here to get you through them as well, and your support ensures that I will be here to get you through them, so thank you. Thank you both, actually. I really appreciate that. Yeah, and that puts us at $95, by the way. I'll update the dono goal really fast. Almost 100. Can't complain about that. We have a bone now. We can maybe get a wolf. Probably not yet, though. We need a house before we get a wolf, because if we get one now, then I feel like we're just gonna die. Oh, there's another skeleton over there. Holy crap. Oh. Oh. Ink sacs. They're not, like, a super valuable thing, but I feel like squids are one of those things that are, like, such a hit or miss whether or not you can find them mob that I feel like I should stock up on a few ink sacs while I can. Because there's a few things in this game you can make with ink sacs that I think I'm going to be happy I got now later on. And we will set up a whole storage system, by the way. Like, we're not going to be complete swabs. We're not going to be complete slobs. I have taste. After all. Zan, did you do the 1.19 mob vote? Yeah. I don't remember what I voted for, though. What were the vote options again? I'll remember what I voted for if you remind me. I don't think what I wanted one, though. Copper Golem? Oh, yeah, I wanted the, I think I... Oh, did I vote? Yeah, I think I voted, like, for the one that already served a purpose. Or for the one that would serve a unique purpose that wasn't already going to be filled. I think is the one that I voted for. I know a lot of people like the LA, and I think that might have been what won. But I think I voted for the Copper Golem because it was the... I think it was the one that was the... most useful and served a purpose. But I think the LA won, right? The LA won, right? I don't even think the Glare stood a chance. I don't think anybody in their right mind even considered voting for the Glare. Like it was always down to the LA and the Copper Golem, if we're being honest. I feel like. Oh, chat, weird shit happened to me. I have a third monitor from 06, and I've been having problems with it, and it turns out it's been lying to my PC about its resolution. Is it, like, a higher resolution than it really, like, than you thought? You'd be surprised at how high the refresh rate and the resolution on old monitors would be. It's really just the aspect ratio and the weird clunkiness to those things that makes them so technologically inferior. Tommy in it was a Glare stan. Listen, I don't give a shit about Tommy in it. Tommy in it. Oh, it's Tommy in it. I don't give a shit, okay? If I'm being honest, I find that the new age of Minecraft YouTubers is far inferior to the age of Minecraft YouTubers I grew up with. Maybe that's just me being a crotchety old boomer, but it's the truth. Oh, a swamp. Is this one of the new swamps? This is a new biome now, right? With no fireflies in it, because Mojang is not as good as they like to promise they are. It does not look any different to me, if I'm being honest. There's some dead bushes and some flowers, and the mangrove is new? Oh. So this isn't the mangrove. Well, we'll have to keep looking to find a new biome, I suppose. What the fuck is this? Was Herobrine here? This just looks so odd. What is this generation? So weird. There might be frogs, though. Frogs?
They're putting chemicals in the frogs that turns the friggin' chemicals into water.
Something like that.
They're putting friggin' frogs in the gays that turn the chemicals into water.
Zanstroke ASMR. Well, I do have the same name as Alex Jones, technically, so... Maybe I'm just Alex Jones, reincarnated, but time-traveling to exist at the same time as Alex Jones. Wouldn't that be like a crazy, like, just the most bullshit plot twist ever? Yeah, the villain is actually the main character reincarnated from the future. Like, you better explain that well if that's gonna be your twist. Sea turtles! I've really never seen that many sea turtles in this game. Like, should I kill them? Is there anything I get for killing them? I don't want to because they're cute, but do they drop anything valuable? No? Okay, we won't kill them. They're cute little babies. What is that? Here, we're trying to find a village. If we're gonna engage in our slavery with extra steps, we need to find a nice village. Somewhere off this way is looking promising. The babies drop scutes when they grow. I should kill every cow I can. Because until I get, like, a sustainable farm of them going, once I need lots of leather for books and stuff, leather's gonna be, like, pretty hard to come across because of the way that mob respawning works in Minecraft now. It's just always, like, a really big pain in the ass to have to go way out of your way to find any cows to, like, have your base breeding pair, and then you have to, like, breed cows for a while before you can even kill any, so might as well just kill as many cows as I see now so I can just stock up on lots of leather. Oh, we'll do eugenics on our villagers, absolutely. We love a little eugenics in Minecraft. All right, chat, you got any political questions for me? Basically anything. I just like to chat with you guys while I play video games. I don't like to just sit here and play the game, you know? How many holes are there? 2. Functionally, it's 2. The vagina and the butthole. As far as men are concerned, it's 2. Can we get another hot take? Alright. Destiny went on PKA recently. And I know how we all feel about Destiny and all that, but he said something that was a Squad W moment that was absolutely fucking true, okay? He said that he's trying to be a little bit less incel-y lately because he's accidentally made his audience into a bunch of incels, and he said it's hard, though, because women are so hateable. Very true, though. Very true. And he talked about how hanging out around hot women will make you hate women. And he told this story, and it was like, oh my god, I know exactly what he's talking about. And he tells this story about this friend of his and Melina's, I guess, that he had over at his place. And she's this, like, I guess, really hot girl, I suppose. And they're talking about concerts, like really exclusive concerts that are hard to get tickets to, very expensive tickets. Like, it's gonna be a dent in your finances and a to-do to, like, get tickets to a concert like that. And Destiny's like, yeah, I can never really go to those concerts because it's such a big to-do to get, like, tickets to them. And she's like, huh, I just, like, go on Tinder and say, hey, anybody going to this event and want to take me? And within a couple hours, I'm guaranteed getting a date to the event and free dinner. And he goes on to talk about how, like she'll go out to dinner with Melina, and they'll have, like, they'll go to a really expensive restaurant that has, like, a $300 dinner, and they'll just be like, oh, let's just find some guys to take us. And it's like, fuck. Jesus Christ. Like, I know that all hot people have privilege, but let's not pretend like women don't, like hot women specifically, don't have a very, very special kind of privilege in some cases. And it's shameless in some cases. And I feel like when lefties or when progressives are dismissive of that kind of stuff and say, oh, it's not that cool. Oh, it's not that cool to be able to get that stuff. It almost feels like you're giving incels fuel. Because that kind of stuff on its own doesn't need to be incel fuel. If you talk about that reality, that yes, like, our society does currently function in a way in which, like, guys from their, like, age of being 18 to, like, 26 or 27, maybe even 28, are basically just working their fucking asses off or working their hands to the bone to reach a point of financial stability so that once they're in their 30s, they can actually start to become, like, capable of, like, being something that most women are gonna want to have, you know, like, realistically, especially if they want to have a family and stuff, which is why, and I do partially agree with this Destiny tweet as well, another hot take, his tweet recently about why most 19, 20-year-old girls only want what 30 and up guys have. Like, if you're a 19 or 20-year-old girl and you want a boyfriend that's got enough money to take you out and have shit tons of fun and go traveling and stuff, yeah, you're going to want to find a boyfriend or a husband who's in his 30s to his 50s. Because that's the age demographic that's going to have the money that you're looking for. It's true. That's just the reality of our world. Like, it's you're allowed to admit it. Like, if you deny it, you just kind of look crazy and delusional. And it honestly makes incels feel even more isolated from the left. Where people who are, like, at risk of becoming incels feel more isolated from the left. The W in Wardenussi was capitalized, and there was no space, and the PLS was capitalized. That is my seed. I see you guys are trying to get my seed. Think we can get some, oh, no, we can't. Hello? Nobody home, right? This is hardcore mode, so Minecraft is scary now. Could I please have some iron so I can feel like, you know, like I'm not gonna die? Okay, wait, I have an idea. My brain is working. Despite the weed, my brain is working. Speaking of weed, I'm gonna take another hit in a moment. There we go. Alright, now at least we can defend ourselves from skeletons, because that's what I hear right now, and that's what I'm honestly most afraid of. We got a porn bot in YouTube chat. Let me just hide that user from the channel really fast. Alright, let me craft ourselves an axe. Need some tools. I know it might be because I'm ace, but I have this, and I know this opinion is wrong. Opinion where people, mostly incels, need to learn how to be happy single. Okay. I understand that. You have to be able to be happy with yourself where you are, and I often find that, like, the most healthy and, responsible, quote-unquote, relationships, in my experience, tend to come about when you're not looking for a relationship. It's just sort of happens, you know? Like, you're just, oh my god, I just met this person, and they're into me, and I'm into them, and they happen to be in the right place for me, and they happen to be the right fit. And, you know, it just seems to work out, you know? Right place, right time. You aren't really expecting it. It just fucking happens. That's almost always how it tends to go. But, like, at the same time, you can't be happy with just yourself. Maybe this is something that for someone who's ace, it's a little hard to understand, but it's not just external forces, but there are very strong intrinsic motivators to, like, especially if you've had it once. Like, I can't imagine, like, let me open up to you guys for a moment. I know this makes me sound very young and all that, but Lonnie is the first girlfriend I've had that I ever snuggled. Or cuddled. I can't imagine going back to being single and spending every night not having anyone to, like, snuggle or cuddle while I fall asleep. Like, that is now, like, a foreign concept to me that would be a nightmare to go back to. Like, I'd feel like such a just loser going back to, like, not to sleeping in a bed alone, like, every night, you know? That would be a really big downer for me personally. And I think that's something you have to remember, that, like, once you've felt, like, the desires that being heterosexual and having those desires being fulfilled feel like, you just feel different, you know? I won't try to force you as an ace person to empathize or understand it as much as I wouldn't expect you to try to make me understand being ace, you know? It isn't your job to explain it. Before you do that, make sure you don't have depression. I used to think, if I can have fun on my own, how can I have fun with other people? But it turns out I was having what... Ooh, 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 ooh. Oh my god, he has a sword. He's dangerous. He has a sword. He could kill me. Oh my god. That was terrifying. He had a fucking sword and he was... Oh. This is dangerous. We are in the wrong neighborhood, chat. I'm sorry, I stopped to read chat for a moment, but we were just in the wrong neighborhood. At least we got some cows. I experience romantic attraction, but I feel like my sex repulsion does cloud my judgment of incels in the similar community. I wonder, like, when it comes to sex repulsion and lack of sexual attraction for ace people, I wonder where the bounds of sexual and bodily appreciation end, right? And I wonder where it ends and begins for me as well, right? Like, when I'm, like, rubbing my girlfriend's, like, ass while we're snuggling, and it's really soft and squishy and I really like it, like, I don't even have a boner and I'm not, like, planning on fucking her at the moment, but it's, like, very pleasant and I like doing it. I don't know if I even call it sexual. Is that sexual? Is that something that ace people are into? That's, like, one of the questions that I would have, honestly. You love black people? Way more than I love white people, at least. Nice. Look at me, I'm a pro gamer. Are you not entertained by my pro gamer moves? All right, let's smelt up some. Let's smelt up some of that good. Okay. Alright, drop that in there, that in there, that in there. We'll start by cooking up the food. Because, yeah. You know what? One thing Minecraft has going for it is its storage mechanics. I feel like Minecraft is a game that really just says, you know what? Just make chests and put your shit in there. Who cares? And you can stack things up to 64. Like, Minecraft storage is pretty damn convenient. All things considered. One thing I wish, though, is that they would start, like, make it more efficient to store things in different storage receptacles. How is it that we don't have more storage receptacles yet? Like, give us, like, I don't know, like, I know we have barrels. Maybe give us crates, you know, like cool crates that are better for storing, like, basic, like, building materials, you know? Like, if you store, maybe it's, like, it has as many slots as a chest, but if you put building materials in there, each stack can fit up to 128 per slot instead of 64, as it would otherwise. I feel like that could be cool. Like the more chests mod? Well, like, ideally, if I was in control of Minecraft, we would have furniture and, like, different types of windows and different types of details you could add into the windows, and, like, there would be bread boxes and refrigerators that you could make that you would have to regularly refill with ice that would preserve your food. I would make it so that you would grow basic foods and get basic raw, like, meats in the game, and then you would cook them using certain, like, combinations of, like, at a cooking table of sorts. You would combine them at a cooking table with certain materials, different types of cooking tables in order to make better food that would give you extra buffs, and there would be an extra buff system that would either give you more hearts, more strength, and I would really go to town. The fact they haven't done that yet is just because the game's design philosophy is very bad, in my opinion. I don't like Mojang's design philosophy for Minecraft at all whatsoever. Ooh, sun's going down. Let's get ourselves a wink of sleep real fast. Xanderhal, honestly, I gotta say, at least with the attraction thing, it makes a lot of sense why my first and technically only relationship went downhill from the get-go. It wasn't out of nowhere. It was kind of more so a desperate attempt to save their life, since my ex planned to die that day, so in a sense, I don't think they technically loved me. Yeah, that sounds like a really hard thing to deal with, where it's like you want to leave the relationship, but then what if they kill themselves, and now I'm ridden with guilt and grief for the rest of my life because I feel responsible. Yeah, it's a tough pill to swallow. Sand today? Sigma. That might have been the most Sigma thing you've ever done, Cherry. That's a tactic emotional abusers use, eating sand? If you say so. That's when I actually started dating my current boyfriend, then I was like, started liking him, and now we're both better? That's nice, political mess. That's nice to hear. Hash Hosting, what's up? How you doing, homie? Sorry I haven't been on Eco the last couple days. I'll be playing a little bit tonight, no doubt. But, if not, probably tomorrow. But, I started up Minecraft because they just dropped a new update for stream. But remember, Eco is still my off-stream game. I'll be back. Don't you worry. I haven't given up on you. I'm only playing Minecraft on... This world, by the way, will only be played on stream. This will be my on-stream only world, to be clear. Not a problem. I'm actually building our new SMP. Pog. How active is the eco server? Is it still, like, viable to continue playing? What's your favorite kind of sausage? Kielbasa. I'm waiting on Valheim to get updated more before I play it, but I do plan to, like, really get into Valheim. But I feel like Valheim needs, like, another year. Maybe 6 months to a year. And I feel like a few more updates, half a dozen more updates, and I feel like the game's gonna be worth really sinking my teeth into on stream. With friends, too, is what I plan to do. Huh, I had nothing in it. I guess while the rest is cooking, I can cook up some more copper. Would you ever consider playing Team Fortress 2 Classic, or have you ever even heard of it? I did play Team Fortress 2 Classic back in the day, very briefly. I found it a lot harder than CSGO, mostly because I was used to CSGO at the time, and I just wanted to give the other side of, like, the Steam competitive online shooter thing a try. And, I don't know, I decided I wanted to stick with CSGO, and then when I quit CSGO, my desire to ever try TF2, you know, went with it. I don't think I'll ever give TF2 a try. Maybe I'll give TF3 a try if it's just a thing that, like, everyone's playing and everyone loves it, but it's just not... I'm not really into the competitive multiplayer kind of game, you know, where it's all about, you know, all PvP. I like a bit of PvP mixed in, maybe, but honestly, I've been really on board with the PvE games lately. The PvP games that I do love, though, are Rust. Rust will always be my favorite game. And Tarkov. Tarkov is still a great game. I just haven't been playing it lately. But I need to get back into it. Like, I need to learn more about the game, and it's just... Tarkov feels so, like, intimidating. Like, you know? It's such an intimidating game, I think, is the problem with it, you know? But if I have some friends to play it with, you know, I'll get on it. And if I just have the spur to play it, I'll get on and I'll have tons of fun. And I'll do well, you know? Like, I don't do poorly in Tarkov. Like, I rarely get killed and have a failed run. I usually just play scav and loot dorms and get, like, keys and stuff. And then I'll do PMC runs with the keys to get the loot out of dorms. It's basically what I do. What about Arma? I've never really played much Arma. I mostly just did the DayZ mod in Arma. DayZ mod Arma 2 and Arma 3, and then the DayZ standalone game. Never played base Arma. Played plenty of DayZ, though. Would you guys ever be down for, like, a modded DayZ thing on my stream maybe one day? Like, if I found, like, a good modded RP server or something, like the one that I used to play on way back in the day, could, like, a modded RP DayZ server be cool? Like, like, I make a character and I'm role-playing that character and we're surviving in the zombie apocalypse, playing our character, meeting people, having crazy adventures, fighting zombies, meeting other players, they're playing their characters, and you know, these servers, the roleplay servers have rules. You have to, like, go on a website. Sometimes you have to pay a base price to get in, and then you have to, like, write up a character, a backstory, a bio, all that shit. It's, like, pretty crazy. Dogi! Please, please, please. Yes, Dogi! Oh, well, at least I got one. We got a Dogi. Come with me. We got a Dogi. Oh, is that a new biome? No, it's not. This is a biome we haven't been in before, though. That is a floating island. What the dog doing? Butter dog, the dog with the butter on him. Butter dog, the dog with the butter. Butter dog. What the fuck? The lava pools are nuts in this update, it would seem. Hopefully that never ends up affecting me. Fire spread in this game isn't that crazy anymore. Not a firefighter. It's not my job. At least my dog's alive. Dogs around fire and lava in this game are usually not a good combination. Alright, we're stuck in an island, it seems. We're gonna have to hit the ocean if we're gonna find anywhere worth exploring. Alright, we got our boat. I'm an island boy. I got my Christmas vest on, yeah. Still wearing my Christmas skin from the 12 Days of Christmas thing. See, I truly am not a Minecraft player. Not anymore. I left those days behind. Those are some big trees. Those were already in the game, though. Not a new biome. Nice try, Minecraft. I do like the icebergs, though. Those are cool. Look at that little iceberg cave. It's pretty dope. Alright, as much as I hate to have to fill my inventory space with it, I think I'm gonna need these bushes later on in the game, and I don't know if I'll be, like, able to get them easily, so... I think, like, I can trade with these or use them for, like, home defense or make potions with them. There's, like, something I can do with these that it's worth having some. Pretty certain it's worth having them for some reason. You can plant them or something like that. Yeah, planting them. Yeah, okay. I want to find like a nice flat area by a village that I can build my place at. Bee! So can you do beekeeping in this game? Like collecting honey and like, is honey like a thing that you want to collect? Like I want to have like a beekeeping thing going on. Can you like pick up and move beehives, or is it like where they are is where they're at? Yeah, we'll have a trans beekeeping area. Yes, Pog. Oh, horses. Yeah, we'll have to make a horse stable down the road. This is a good candidate for an area to live if we get a village around here. There's a snow area over there, but I don't know if I want to live in the snow, even if there is a village. Oh, I didn't do the Virgil, Texas segment. No. I'll do it tomorrow or my next stream, though, Cherry. I did a lot of segments today. I'm tired and hungry. Oh. Hello, orphans. Smegments. We love a good smegment or two. Come on. We did some good smegments today. We're gonna be on that double upload per day grind, okay? 2 uploads per day on that grind. You can ask Cherry. It's true. It's Cherry's idea. Cherry's in charge of it. It's gonna be dope. I just gotta make the content. I just gotta do the streams. That's all I gotta do. And send it to Cherry. And do the research and be entertaining, which is surprisingly hard. You'd be surprised at how hard it is to be even a little entertaining on camera. You know, like, you'd think you could turn anything into decently entertaining commentary, but not really. It's not true. Even your tone of voice has to constantly be changing in order to not be boring and monotone. Pumpkins! I'm pooping. Oh my god, this is the perfect location. We'll have to figure out what to do about villagers. I guess we could kill a... Or not kill. We could cure a villager zombie. But that is so cool. That little cliff right there looks so dope. Well, we don't have to live here, but like... That looks cool. Let's see if there's any features about it to make it like a guarantee we should live here. Because that is a pretty cool little feature. We got a little pond here, and it's flat. It's just a nice spot. You know what? No, I've decided it. We're gonna live here. We're gonna live here. I have not seen any frogs in the game yet. No, I haven't. We'll flatten out the area a little bit to give myself just a wee bit of room. Nice. So the way I think I'm going to build this house is I find that what I tend to do in Minecraft is early on in the game, I bite off more than I can chew, you know? So what we're going to do here instead is I am going to just... none of this is really useless. Except the dirt. What I'm going to do is start by building a basic Pueblo-style house design. Pueblo being the style house that I learned from Chimney Swift 11 and his little tutorial when he made a house tutorial for Minecraft when I was younger. And I just always gravitated to that as my basic house build in any block-based game if I wasn't really going for anything fancy. So we're going to start with like a fancier version of that, but then as we get further in the game and we need more room, I'll add on extra rooms to slowly expand the house. And I feel like that'll lead to a more organic, less like overdone version of a Minecraft house, you know? It'll let us put a little bit more work into individual details as well. And I do plan to transform the area around this as well, you know, build a farm and put some work into this world. We got a while until Hightail drops. And this is a nice big flat area. Alright. I feel like we want to be right here. Like I'll put the first one right here, and then I think this is right. Let me make sure. Nope. Here. There we go. Okay. So this goes up 3 blocks now. And then we go over here. It's a very quaint, simple design, but I gotta say, once it's done, and you get it lit up and decorated and just, like, you know, really looking nice, it's nice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There we go. Stack these up to 3. Build the walls out a little bit. Salted butter tastes like cum. I've never tasted cum, but I guess now I know what cum tastes like. I definitely prefer salted butter. Does that make me gay? Let me know, chat. Yes? God damn it. Joe Biden finally got me. After all these years. I thought I was immune. Turns out I was just as susceptible as anyone else. Alright, here we go. Looking good. Now... well, and I actually mean for it to be a bit taller. Okay. Bring these up. That was a small building error. Fill this bit out. Alright, and then... What kind of amateur doesn't use stairs as decoration? Oh, we will. We will. And in the meantime, I'm going to... Yeah, we'll... Okay. Nice, okay, looking good. And we'll use stairs, of course, to get the real shape going. And we'll add like a little overhang to it and a few flowers. And it'll look really good when we're done. It'll be a simple design, but an effective one. Yeah, okay. You love goat cheese? I've never had goat cheese before. I'm not opposed to having it. I'm certainly not opposed to having goat cheese. There's like... like the concept of goat cheese doesn't like gross me out or freak me out or anything. I'd be like, oh, okay, milk fucking goat. Milk it. I'll drink goat milk. Like I've already drinking the milk of a bovine. How much more gross can goat milk be than cow milk or titty milk? I'm drinking a lot of titty milk. Every time I find a girl who's lactating, gotta suck her dry. Honestly, I feel like I could make a fortune selling like bottled tilk. Tilk being titty milk. Human titty milk. Tilk. You think there aren't a lot of people out there that are like Homelander from The Boys that wouldn't make a fucking... just absolutely give an arm and a leg for a bottle of tilk? There's plenty of people out there trying to get some tilk. Can you even break into the dog milk industry and make dilk? Lonnie, please make him stop. Lonnie doesn't have a computer yet. Her mouse and keyboard hasn't arrived. She can't use her computer yet, but when she does, she'll be able to be in chat again. It'll be nice. But she can't make me stop, not without a mouse and keyboard. Hehehe. Is this the best game ever? No. Not by a long shot. I'm sorry. Minecraft does not get to claim the title of best game ever. Nor will it ever. Okay. Back to the house. Sun's going down, don't want to die. Not when we've gotten this far. Jamming. I would play Minecraft, but it seems monotonous. It's the kind of game you definitely want to play while you're listening to something, but it's also kind of immersive. Like, it doesn't, maybe it doesn't look that fun to you to play, but like, it's immersive, you know? Like, you'll sit down, you'll start playing it, the music and the sound effects kick in. If it's your first time playing it and you don't know what you're doing, you'll really just get lost in it. Problem for me is that I played Minecraft a million times. All my tools are breaking. Alright, well, we'll have to do a little bit of a trip just to replace our tools. And to make the cobblestone floor. I think I will upgrade the floor to, like stone brick down the road, but we're gonna start it off as cobble. I feel it looks nice. Cobble, you know, sort of contrasted by the wood and then copper roof. That sheep just ate some dirt. Alright, let's grab a little... We're not going to touch that wall, actually. We're not going to touch that. That's super cool. We will... use this. Sounds like there's a cave down here. Oh, yeah, there it is. Well, this is a good way to get to the Nether, I suppose. I guess this can be our obsidian source. That's nice. It's cool that we have an obsidian source right where we can mine. Okay. Yeah, and then we can just mine here. Deal with the water later. Or not. The water's just gonna not be an issue, I suppose. Let's get enough cobblestone that it won't be an issue for a hot minute. Don't get me wrong, I've seen more of the cool shit people have made, but I don't have that kind of time to invest in it. I mean, Minecraft's not the kind of game where you have to sit down and build an extraordinary castle or a massive city. Like, you can absolutely get plenty of you know, happiness out of playing Minecraft a little bit, you know, once a day, every couple days, over the course of months, and eventually have, like, quite the little world made for yourself and find that you've done some stuff you're proud of. It's not unheard of. Gerbobble. Alright, fill in that floor. Hopefully I've got enough. I think I will have just enough. Nice. Still enough to repair my tools as well. Good. And I can make a little wood. Make a door. There we go. Now we could use some chests. We'll start with a double. Come on. Don't be a dick, game. Alright, finally, we've got ourselves some storage for all of our excess garbo. Let's dump all of this in here for the time being, because all of this is useless to us until we've designated a use for it. First, we make some torches, and we're going to light up the house. Then I'm going to smelt some sand, cook some food, smelt up the copper for the roof, make the actual stairs for the roof, and then okay. Alright. First things first. We're gonna need some more wood. Make those into sticks. Make those into torches. We're gonna really light up the area around this place as well, obviously. We don't want to get butt-fucked by a bunch of zombies. Some of you may want that, but not me. I know many of you in chat are into that. Okay, and I feel like right here and right here are really good spots to put the torches. Very simple, very standard. And I'm honestly feeling like the torches are best on the log parts going around. There we go. And we're going to build out the... I'm going to cut away these parts of the roof, and that's where the actual stuff's going to go. Trust me. It's going to look good. It's going to look good. Looks wonky right now. It's going to look good when it's done. Wait for this to smelt, and that's when I'll start making the glass. Okay, that should be enough. I should fill this in as soon as I can. Whew. I'm like feeling woozy because I'm hungry. I haven't eaten in a hot minute. We shall do so soon, though. Alright. I'm gonna light up the area around the house really fast. This is like the first time we might stay out at night just so I can properly light up the area around my house and be pretty content that like no monsters are gonna spawn right outside and be hanging out down the street, the same old thing they did last week. Blowing up my asshole, as a creeper does, shooting me in the head, because that skeleton's my cousin, and I owe money. I tried to make that into a bit. I tried to do something there, but it wasn't going anywhere. It wasn't going anywhere, chat. That bit wasn't going anywhere. Oh, there, baby cow. Baby cow doo 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 cow doo 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 doo. We are going to need an absurd amount of torches to properly light up this area. Like to prevent mobs from spawning and getting up in our asshole. It's gonna take a lot more torches than this, but it's a good start. It at least means that monsters aren't going to be able to spawn right outside my door, you know? Lake Panzer for 75, thank you for the $5. It sounds like a Nazi name, but hopefully you're not a Nazi. Thank you for the raid. Doesn't look too Nazi. Well, thank you for the raid. I appreciate that. It's very kind of you, my friend. Welcome, raiders. If you want to enjoy your time here in the stream and perhaps even join the real chat, the chat that you see on screen, the chat that I read and the chat that matters, then you can come to my website, xanderhal.com/live. We got our own custom chat here, and you make an account, and we got custom emotes, custom like subs and donated subs, and you get a different name color and a symbol by your name depending on if you're notable or a YouTuber or a contributor or you got gifted a sub or you have a sub. And it's all moderated by me, so it's just, you know, separate from Twitch, and I prefer it. Alright, let's make the roof. What? Do you have to make blocks? Oh boy, maybe this is going to be more costly than I thought. What? I know you can make the cut copper. Oh, there we go. It's the cut copper blocks. I can make 4. We're going to need a lot of copper. Holy shit. Holy shit. I've underestimated how much copper we're going to need. Looks like copper is going to be one of those Minecraft resources that you, and I quote, never have enough of. And these will slowly oxidize over time. Not in the same order. But yeah, now you're going to get an idea of, like, I'm going to replace each of these blocks as they go, and it'll jut out just a little bit, and it'll also come down one more here as well. So it overhangs a little bit here. And it'll be a nice little house. And it'll just be the start. This is just going to be the foyer entryway when it's done. And eventually I'll probably bring it out a little bit so that it comes out like, we'll probably add another room here. That'll serve as like a general like living room. And then we might branch it off to have like a kitchen area, which will be where I store cooking supplies and have all my furnaces for like cooking and everything. And then maybe off that way, we'll have, like, a stairway that goes upstairs and leads to, like, the bedroom. And then maybe, like, where I store my armor and my weapons. And then maybe downstairs, we've got an enchanting room. And, like, I don't know. We'll have, like, a nice house going. And it'll have a door here that'll connect. And this will be, like, a foyer sort of pass-through area once we add on more areas. Okay. Alright, chat. I believe that is all that I have in me for today, unfortunately, though I probably will stream tomorrow. I won't guarantee it, because I don't know how tomorrow's going to look. But I don't really have any reason to assume I won't be streaming tomorrow, so assuming that I do, then I'll be seeing you guys. And, yeah, keep an eye out. We're going to be uploading twice tomorrow and for the foreseeable future. I'm going to try to get Cherry to pre-upload all of the double uploads for the foreseeable future, like as far in advance as possible, so it's not even a matter of Cherry needing to upload. And yeah, so a lot of segments should be going up, a lot of content on the channel. Make sure you've rung the bell icon if you haven't already. Subscribe, like this stream if you haven't already. It does help, even if I'm ending the stream. And yeah, thank you all so much for coming today. It's been a fantastic stream. Thank you for your support. I love all of you so much. You've all been so goddamn amazing. And as always, I will see you guys next time. Have a good one.